The link is up.
Start early.
And we're starting early here, guys. Welcome, everybody, to Kansas Speedway for the running of the Cutline 210, the final race of the first round of the ASCA playoffs. We'll be going from 10 drivers down to 4 to settle it in a 3-race dash for the championship. I'm here joined with Armani DePaul and Levi Leip. Boys, how are we doing tonight?
Doing good, doing very, very good.
Levi, you're being too quiet.
Yeah. This day would have been great if I got to watch the Cutline yesterday, but...
Oh yeah, let's talk about the Cutline. This race is sponsored by the Cutline. Do you want to hear Armani talk about NASCAR each and every week? I'm sure you do. You guys listen to him for hours here on these broadcasts. You want to hear his beautiful voice? You can hear more of it over on the Daily Downforce YouTube channel. Armani?
Right? You took the words.
Yep.
You know what, Gavin? You took the words right out of my mouth.
Did
I? You took the words right out of my mouth, Gavin. Thank you.
No problem, brother. No problem. But I'll tell you enough. We could talk about the Cutline a little bit later on because we have quite the story to unfold here tonight. Not what you're witnessing on screen, that being Owen Jabinski flying in the air, thanks to Aiden Robertson, but our championship contenders are going at the Final Four. Take a look at what we got here. Aiden Hyder. Oh my God. AJ Hyder. I'm all over the place, guys. I'm sorry. AJ Hyder right now, plus 36 on the Cutline here tonight. Armani, I swear, Armani, I'm gonna be saying the Cutline a lot here in these next few minutes. I'm gonna need you to. No. We've done this before. Where I'm talking about the championship Cutline. Yeah.
Oh, you want me to?
No. Let me do the promoting, my good friend.
Okay, thank you.
This is very
I know it is. AJ Hyder's coming into this final race of the first round, plus 36 above the Cutline. Can I get a confirmation? Is he here? Because I know he's been on a bit of a break these last few weeks. Is he here tonight, guys?
Well, I'm trying to look at the. Well, yeah, he
is. He's first.
Okay, so pretty much all he's got to do is basically just start the race, and he'll be a lock here for the Final Four. So AJ Hyder trying to go for a second ASCA Cup Series championship. Fun fact for anyone that doesn't know, we've had 4 champions in ASCA Cup Series history, that being Chris Lilly, Logan Sully, Diego Roldan, and AJ Hyder. Everybody that has won a Cup Series championship has not only won one, they've ended up winning a second one. AJ Hyder, of course, is the exception to that now. He only has one. He's looking to change that and join the other 3 champions with 2 of them apiece. Rookie Aiden Walker, plus 14. This has been a fantastic round for him. A pair of top 5 finishes at Loudon and at Watkins Glen have put him above that cut line by a pretty good bit, but he's by no means safe. He needs to have another good run if he wants to guarantee himself a contender for the championship. But then we look over at Connor Bullheis, Keola Hankins, and James Thurston. 7 points between those 3 for those final 2 spots. It is going to be a dogfight tonight between those 3 as they all fight for the championship. And everybody behind is hoping for trouble to happen ahead of them. With Chris Lilly, Clinton McDonald, Jason Marshall, and Dimitri Mundros all praying for a chance to fight for the title. What can we expect here from tonight's race in regards to the championship?
I do think that we're going to see a couple of positions change. I mean, Thurston, he's one of the best in the field. He's usually a championship contender, so I expect him to be in the mix as well. But keep an eye on guys like Aiden Walker as well. He's up there. He's a rookie. Even someone like Chris Lilly, this is kind of around his wheelhouse, even though he hasn't really had the winning pace that a Hyder or Thurston might have. You know, he's been that consistent force throughout much of the season, so I expect to see him up there as well. And given that Kansas is a worn-out track, multiple grooves, you're going to see guys try to do some different things as well. So I think we're in for an exciting race.
Levi?
Yeah, I completely agree. I think Thurston will make his way in over Hankins. Hankins just, I don't know. He's just not that good. He's only plus 1. I just don't see him to make it over him. Walker been consistent throughout this chase, and I think he'll stay in. Bullheis, really worried about him. Plus 6 to the good. I have no idea what I'm talking about because I didn't watch last race, but I think he'll be in.
Well, I'll tell you this much. Tonight's race, I was doing some test laps because I wanted to get a feel for what these guys are going to be going through tonight. Guys, it is about 115 degrees on the track right now. It is extremely hot, and if you're looking at anybody's onboard, it is just absolute carnage behind the wheel. No grip on this racetrack. Anywhere you go, The guys over there with the setup this week really decided to give them the hardest setup they possibly could. How is that going to affect their ability of going through the field and going for the playoff spots?
Case, I'm looking at Aiden Walker's in-car right now, and he is sliding all over the place. So that tells me that you're going to see a lot of tire wear in the race as well. So I imagine tires are going to be very important. Yeah, I'm looking at Walker right now. He is all over the place, and he was just on the tri-oval. So, I mean, we talked about it. It's probably going to be a lot of chaos, a lot of carnage. So it's just getting out of the chaos, getting, just making sure that you don't get involved in one of those wrecks. And if you can do that, it's going to be probably a race of attrition, so it's going to be probably a matter of who can survive over everyone else.
Yeah, it probably is going to be that. I was watching their in-car camera too. I talked to David Brunson before the race. Apparently these cars are really tight on the entry, but snappy on mid-corner and exit, and you could tell that they are sideways on the exit of these corners. Walker went for a horrible crash, so yeah, we'll see drivers struggle tonight, but that'll hopefully make for a good race and not the typical ASCA race.
Well, let me ask you guys this. Maybe it's a little too early to ask of you guys, but if you were to pick 4 drivers after tonight's race that are going to be fighting for a championship after tonight, who would they be? Armani, I'll start with you.
Well, Hyder, he's basically a lock. He just has to exist, and he's in. I'll pick Aiden Walker as well. I think he's 14 points to the good, so he's not completely safe, but he's shown throughout the season that, he can do what he has to do. So I think Walker is in. I'm going to give it to, as well, I'll give it to Connor. Actually, I'll give it to Connor Ballheis. I think, again, 6 points to the good. It's going to be a lot of calamities, so I think he'll be fine. And for my final spot, I am not going to pick Keola Hankins. I'm not even going to pick James Thurston.
No.
The reason I'm not going to pick Thurston is because his season has been very feast or famine. He's either running up front and finishing up front, or he's crashing. Kind of like Kyle Larson in real life, my favorite driver. So I'm going to go with a wild card. I think 7th seed. He's 15 points behind, so he's got a little bit of work cut out for him. But again, I think it's going to be a matter of endurance. And he typically is finishing up front, when cards fall the right way. I'm going to say Clinton McDonald gets the final spot.
Wow.
Yeah, I have the same Final Four except for James Thurston for obvious reasons. He's just been really good this season. He ran out front at Kansas last year. There's just no way he missed out.
Well, I'll tell you guys this. I certainly think the Clinton McDonald pick is that one's. I understand why, especially with James Thurston. But I'll tell you what, James Thurston right now, top of the board here in practice. He's got some speed here tonight, and I think that he understands what he's got to do. He just needs to beat Hankins by 1 spot. He beats him in the tiebreaker. So really, he doesn't have a lot of pressure on him here tonight. He doesn't have to run up front. He just needs to outrun Hankins. That's all he's got to do. And I don't even know is Hankins here at the moment? I think can we confirm that he's here?
That's a good question. Let me look at the...
Because if Hankins... Hankins is here. I see him. Yeah, I see him on the leaderboard. He's here. But I'll tell you what, it's going to be Hyder easily. I think that it's been a great run so far by Aiden Walker. I think that he'll make it in his rookie season. I think James Thurston's going to make it in. Again, the pressure on him is not too steep. Connor Ballheis is where I'm having a bit of a problem. Because he's on a controller. And he is shown to be incredible on a controller. He is great on a controller. That is how he is in this position. But on a track like this, where you have to have really light and sensitive movements to get around this racetrack, again, like you said, Armani, even people like Walker are struggling to make time here. I just find it very difficult for Ballheis. Ballheis is right now not even in the top 10 in practice right now. He is struggling on pace at the moment. He's sitting back in, I don't even know if he's made a lap yet, but he's not even getting laps in on the racetrack right at the moment, so he's been struggling. I feel like if there's going to be any kind of racetrack that's really going to slow him down, it's going to be this one. And I'll tell you what, I'll go with a really stupid pick too. Why not, Armani? I'm going to go with Chris Lilly. I think Chris Lilly is going to make it to the Final Four and race for a championship. And I'll tell you why. If there's somebody that you can rely on, firstly, he finished second in this race last season. He was right behind AJ Hyder right at the end. It was either Chicagoland or this race. I do think it was this race where he finished second last season. So he knows how to run quick around here. He's right now 6th and by only a 10th behind Thurston. So he's got some pretty good pace too. He's going to definitely have to run up front. He's going to have to, at the very least, win this race. He's going to have someone ahead of him have problems. But if anyone's going to have problems, I think it's definitely going to be Ball Heist. So watch out for Chris Lilly here tonight. I think that he's going to try to go ahead and break a streak that has never been done before. That getting a 3rd championship at the Cup level. No one has ever done that before. Lilly's going to try to go for a 3rd championship here this season.
Well, you said Chris Lilly and then reliable. The only thing reliable about him is that he's going to crash. So I have to highly disagree.
Yeah.
Hey!
Yeah, I can agree. Oh, okay.
As you say.
I should practice.
Yeah, well.
But yeah, I wish you would have told me that Ball Heist was on a. I wish you would have told me Ball Heist was on a controller, because now remember what I said before? Completely ignore that. Take out Ball Heist and put in Thurston then in that case. I'm not gonna have 2 wild cards. I'll still keep my McDonald wild card, but I'm not gonna have 2.
For sure. Let's take a look at some of the other guys here in the field here tonight. Number 82. Who is this? Hold on, I gotta figure out who that
is. That is a
Ryan. What
82.
the? Okay, so Ryan Arnold is in his wrong car. Yeah, so he's got
in the 4.
Yeah, he's supposed to be in the 4, but yeah, I don't know if I'll update my training paints real quick, but I'm pretty.
No, he's in the 82.
So yeah, he's got to get that fixed. But that's Ryan Arnold. He's back once again here tonight, along with Aiden Robertson, back from his 2nd suspension. Aiden Robertson, he'll be here tonight. If there's anyone that's going to be causing chaos here tonight, watch out for that 88 car. Do not rule him out as a possible threat to cause crashes here tonight. Owen Chabinski as well. Now, the thing about Owen Chabinski I want to mention is that these are going to be his final ASCA starts of his career for the time being. He is going to college at the end of this season, so more than likely we won't see him at the Cup level. We might see him make some dips in Division 2 next season, which, by the way, if that is still ongoing, if you guys don't know, D2 is happening next season. We have more information coming out about that in the near future, but more than likely you'll see Chabinski back down there. That's the first time that we have seen him in D2 since Season 3. Where he didn't do much better than what he does in D1 nowadays, but that's nonetheless. Aiden Arevalo right now in the Aiden Arevalo in the 09. He's coming back once again. He's had a really good streak of races. Unfortunately, that streak came way too late for him to be a playoff driver. Landon Warren's back as well. Watch out for him. He had a really good run here at Kansas last season inside the top 10 much of the night. We even saw him dabble for the lead at points in the race. Watch out for him in the 23 Ford Mustang, along with Connor Berkey. Connor Berkey has spent, if I remember correctly, he told me he basically spent this entire afternoon trying to put down some quick laps. He's been running pretty poorly all season in his debut season on iRacing. And, I mean, where is he right now? Where is he sitting? Well, that's not, 13th's not bad, but he probably needs to find some speed for sure. But watch out for Connor Berkey to be inside the top 10 today. Miles Davis is back as well. He's been running on a part-time basis this season. Last time we saw him was at Darlington, where he did some pretty funny shenanigans in regards.
He did things.
Yeah, he did things, but he is back. Along with that, and here's Levi's guy, David Brunson, there in the 65. Unfortunately, he has not been a great rookie season there for him. He's gotten involved in a lot of trouble, specifically at Bristol. But take a look at that hood logo right there. He found, seems like George has, what is going on in the rear end of that car? Pretty funky.
George Tolsma.
George Tolsma continues to make his presence
who are we looking
known.
at?
David Brunson appears that he's being sponsored by George Tolsma this race.
Well, I was here for the making of this paint scheme. It was a really rough start for him because he had no idea how to use GIMP, so I had to
he
teach
made
him how to
this.
use GIMP.
He made. Oh no, he's wrecking it.
Oh yeah. and it's unfortunate because it will end in the wall before this thing is over. But it's probably for the better, as long as he doesn't take out any front runners because he's not very good. He'll try and sign up for Division 1 next season, where he'll do the same thing and rank even more.
So, Ryan Arnold, right? Not only is he in the wrong paint scheme, he's basically in the wrong everything.
Is that right?
He's literally in a straight-up Xfinity car. There's no ASCA contingencies. I can literally tell because it's basically just a plain Xfinity car. So, yeah, so he's got to get that fixed. If Chris, if you haven't noticed that now, I want to notice that soon.
Yeah, well, I want to just point out, we have another nut job here that will probably wreck, really? And that is Michael Steinbach.
Oh, is that right? Where is he? I need him. Where is he?
kill.
Oh, I see. He's in this number 7 Walmart car. Walmart
Oh,
Plus
Michael
car.
Steinbach, I found him.
You see, that's what an ASCA car should look like with the contingencies and the banner, not whatever the 82 is running.
Well, Michael Steinbach has had a pretty rough first season on iRacing. Now, he is a champion, technically. He is our Truck Showdown champion, but unfortunately that success is not translated to the Xfinity car at all. I will tell you what, though. He's been making a lot of content for ASCA on his personal channel, Bite Speed, and I'll tell you what. It's pretty good.
Tell us what.
It's pretty good. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah,
Very
bro.
good. Unfortunately, he's really been struggling for pace, but we'll see if he can learn a thing or two here tonight. More than likely, you'll see him in D2 next season. And I think there he might have a little bit more fun. But we'll wait and see about that. Hopefully, wishing the best of luck there to Michael Steinbach. See if he can figure it out here tonight.
Gavin, you talk about D2. Do they confirm what car we're using?
There is a car that's been chosen. I'm not allowed to speak on it.
Okay.
And the schedule has already been finalized. Everything about it is pretty much finalized. It's just all about announcing stuff. But again, it's no secret that we're doing a D2 next season, but the actual details will have to wait.
Yeah,
Not even-
TBD.
Not even a sneak peek. Oh.
Well, I could give you a sneak peek of the schedule. I think I could do that.
Let me guess. The first race at Daytona.
You I mean, it is Daytona, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
it is Daytona.
Road course.
Well, maybe. I never said what configuration it was.
Daytona flat short track on the back straightaway. We bring it back the back.
I mean, okay, theoretically, what we really could do is have Duran Chris basically have two cars on the track, and that's basically your cone. That's your tire barrier. And you have to circle around them.
Yeah.
That works.
Or you could just use the bus stop.
Yeah.
That could work. One thing I can tell you about D2, it was finalized this week that we will have. Now, the original plan for D2 is that we weren't going to have a broadcast because I'm going to be the main official. I'm going to be running the whole thing, right? And obviously I can't be...
Oh, so you'll be in the tower. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm going to be in the tower and running the whole deal. So
Yeah,
obviously
and,
I can't broadcast while also running the whole show. That'd be a nightmare. So,
not?
fortunately, this man going to turn 3 in number 38, Wayne A. Kennedy, is going to be your broadcaster for D2 next season. So look forward to seeing him.
Wait.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
Should we be scared?
No, I think that he's going to be pretty good for it. He's been studying ATVO for the last few months. He's been helping us with the camera shots that you're seeing here tonight. He has created an entire custom camera sheet for our entire calendar. He's also been keeping all of our replay files. He's been storing all of our footage. He's been doing a lot of work for ASCA behind the scenes, and he's being rewarded with a bit of a promotion as the main commentator and broadcaster for D2 next season. So get ready to listen to his beautiful voice next season with whoever he chooses to have in the booth with him. It's fully up to him.
Now, you guys might be wondering, well, what about me or what about Levi? Well, at least I can speak for me. I can't speak for Levi. I plan on competing in D2.
Same. I'm gonna race.
Yeah, so Levi and I will, instead of being, so for D1, we'll be partners in the booth. For D2, we'll be competitors on track. So, commentating, let's just say commentating and driving is very difficult, just as Clint Boyer during the Pro Invitational series. But other than that, so it should be fun. Especially from, I got an idea on what the car is going to be that's going to be ran. And let's just say I'm very excited, and me having a little bit of an ego, because of course I do, I think I'm going to do pretty well. So I want to take advantage of that, and I'm going to compete.
Yeah, I feel the same way, but that'll be even greater for us in the booth, because if the schedule follows along D1, we could give some insight, maybe the car and it'll be full throttle everywhere.
And speaking of insight, we're about to go into qualifying, so let's get some insight on whoever's going to be the first guy to come out on track. It doesn't look like it's Hyder. Walker looks like he's out, so Thurston looks like he's out, and since Thurston, he was the guy who led practice. No. Hyder led practice.
Yeah,
overall.
Hyder got him back there at the end of practice, but we have a lot of guys coming onto the track here. We're trying to wait for one of those big names that we're
Thurston's
talking about
coming out.
tonight. Thurston's coming out right now. All right, well, let's take a quick peek at him here and see what he's got to show. Remember, he's 1 point below the cut line coming into tonight's race. It was the only reason he's in this position. Don't you do it. I know what you're doing. Don't you do it, sir. Don't say what every time I said Cutline. You know what I'm talking about.
What?
When it comes to
We're
Thurston,
gonna have fun with that. We're gonna have some fun with that.
the only reason why Thurston is below is because of his wreck at New Hampshire on the first lap. He had a great recovery at Watkins Glen, but it wasn't enough. His one goal is to beat what's his name? Oh my god, Kayla Hankins. I'm sorry. He has to beat Hankins by at least one position. That's all he's got to do.
So I'm looking at Thurston's in-car cam right now. He took turn 1 a little bit unlikely. He's going to use the top in 3 and 4. I feel like he's going to use this lap more as just a heater lap, really get things going, and then set things off for his second lap. Let's see what it looks like here coming out of turn 4. And let's see how he looks going into turn 1. He's going to come back out on the track. He's going to arc it going into turn 1. Kind of Michigan style, if you will. But you can see he is slipping all over the place right now. Like you mentioned, Gavin, this is going to be a very slick track as he goes through 3 and 4. Once again, he's going to use the bottom, and you can just hear the tires screaming for grip right now. Thurston has to do a delicate dance with the throttle coming out of 4, sliding all the way through the corner as he finally puts this lap to a close, and he is second on the board. A 30.878.
And look who's at the top. That is Jason Marshall. He is below the cut line coming into tonight's race, guys. And I honestly counted him out. I didn't think that he'd really do too well. But he is setting quick laps. But someone that just set a quicker lap by nearly 0.2 of a second is AJ Hyder. My goodness. And he is still hauling through 3 and 4, trying to improve.
Oh, got a little snappy out of turn 4.
And he's showing why he's the championship favorite by 2/10. AJ Hyder on pole position with Marshall second, Thurston third. Right behind Thurston is his championship rival at this point, Kayla Hankins in the 72. And I'll tell you what, I counted Connor Bullheis out. He's in 5th right now.
So this is going to be a really tight race. Hyder is still going for it, and he's finally going to end it. I think he's just practicing getting on pit road now.
Yeah. Dimitri Mundros, 9th in the playoff standings, 31 back. He basically needs to win and hope that at least 5 guys ahead of him crash on the first lap. If he wants any chance of fighting for a championship, he's coming around to complete his first lap. We'll see what he can do here.
So, Gavin, your guy, Chris Lilly, right?
Yeah.
You know, the wonderful Chris Lilly.
Yeah.
He's got a long way to go because he's going to be starting way in the back. He's starting right now 21st.
21st, not great for Lilly. Even better, though, for Aiden Walker. He just ran second on the board, continuing a very consistent first round. By far, some of the best performances he has had so far this season. We know that he got his win at Portland early on in the season. Has shown to be really good on the road courses, but it's really been the ovals where we've seen not bad speed at all. Very consistent top 5, top 10 speed, but compared to his competition, there's no more road courses after this point. So he's going to have to really put what he's learned at the ovals this season to good use, and he's doing it just like that. 1/10 off AJ Hyder, that's going to be good enough to make it into the Final Four.
Yeah, Hyder. Can we drug test him? Because Can we drug test him?
I don't know.
A 10.5 above everybody.
Well, New Hampshire. If New Hampshire taught us anything, don't let the qualifying laps dictate how the race is going to be, because you never know. All it takes is one person making one slight mistake, and Hyder's out of the race.
Oh, please.
So,
and with
the
that,
top 6 are all playoff guys.
Oh yeah. Well, talking about a dogfight for the championship, I believe that the top 6 are they the top 6 in the points right now? I believe that's true.
Let me check. Hyder, Walker, Bullheis, Hankins, Thurston. No, Lilly is 6. So Marshall would take Lily's spot in this case.
Well,
yeah, some of these guys, they got a long... I mean, Jeremy Lewis, he's mathematically eliminated, so it doesn't matter. Lilly has a long road ahead of them, and let's see who else here. Clinton McDonald, where did he qualify? Is he even here?
Who?
Oh, no, McDonald is here. Okay, yeah, no,
Yeah,
I'm
McDonald's
tripping. He qualified 13th. Dimitri Mundros in the 22. Where did he qualify? He qualified 22nd, basically right back there with Lily. So this should be interesting.
Who qualified 22nd?
Mundros.
Yeah, not great. Yeah, Moondrow's crashed, so he's going to be starting near the back of the field. Let's take a look at the chat here. Let's see what's going on here. We have some, of course, the Marshall fan is back, of course. Marshall with a really good qualifying run. So overall, looking like Sarah Stone's going to have a good night to cheer on Marshall. We have someone saying, put some compression on that mic, Bucky. No, I won't do that. Thank you for the suggestion, though.
He will not take it.
And some people are asking a little bit more about D2. The main reason why D2 is coming back is mainly just because we have such an active community of guys now. Our server has over 1,000 people. We have people always trying to join the league. However, because of the fact that we're so late into the season, we closed registrations a little bit ago. We want to be able to give more people the opportunity to race, be able to make Cup a little bit more cleaner by making it invite only. It will allowing D2 to be that open registration where you can go and improve yourself, so we can give you that okay to race in Cup. I think that it's overall going to be a pretty net gain for everybody involved. So look over to that. I'm sure everyone's going to be loving it. I know that as we're cooking up how everything's going to be going together, everything's going to be pretty good. We do have a Warren fan in the chat. Someone's real excited about Landon Warren. Landon Warren's been around since the first season. I'm not shocked that he has a fan or two in the chat cheering him on. And cool. Ignore the lap thing. Ignore that. That's normal.
When'll D2 race?
Well, again, I can't really say. I already gave you a little hint. We're gonna race at Daytona to start the season.
What date, bro? I need to know.
Well, we don't know the date. We're still working on it.
Not the date. The day.
So like old ASCA, you gotta be proved to be good. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yep, I think that we have enough people now to where we can absolutely, justify a D2 at this point. I mean, you guys remember the start of this season. We had a lot of people. And it wasn't just for the ASCA 500, which is obviously going to be our biggest event. I mean, for the first, I think half of the season, we had people going home. We had over 40 people showing up to these races. So just seeing the progress season over season of ASCA just continuing to grow in popularity, it's been really nice to see, especially considering that when we abandoned Roblox at the end of season 6, I mean, that was huge. We had over 1,000 people, over maybe 500 people per tryout session back then. So that obviously was going to be a big hurdle with a smaller player base, but continuing to see a lot of people trying it out, enjoying it, some not, but most are. It's been pretty cool to see.
Some guy here in the chat, the_Kilo Mizuchi. When I get iRacing, I'm going to race ASCA.
Well, of course, now with D2, literally you could show up, get iRacing immediately. First thing you can do is register. I think that there might be an iRating limit. We haven't decided on it yet. But again, it very much will be a pick up and race kind of division.
So,
how bad is your iRating, Ronnie? You can't be that bad.
So, here's the thing, right? Remember how I told you, feast or famine? Yeah. iRacing, I'm the same way. Either I am winning or finishing top 5, or I crash.
Is that right?
There's no in between. You can literally look at my stats. You can be like, okay, he's top 5. He's winning. And he's got a lot of DNFs. Okay.
You know what? I will look up his iRacing right now and tell everyone what it is. Armani DePaul.
That's my name.
Minus 2,830 for reference. 1,255.
Yep. Now, granted, I haven't been on iRacing in like a month or two, so
that's lower than the default.
I said, DNFs. A lot of DNFs.
Hey, it's not as bad. My lowest point in iRating was 76 iRating.
Yeah, I never got below 1,000, thankfully. Dylan Fox, are you ready for the absolute barn burner? I am going to turn D2 into. Dylan Fox, I'll just wreck you.
I'm going to win every D2 race.
Oh, Gavin, I just have one question. Is Kansas on the schedule? Gavin.
Hello?
Gavin.
This is where our pro broadcast falls apart because
Yeah. Okay. So Gavin just disappeared. Well, I mean, we got about 4 minutes until the warm up's over, and then we really get into the race. But I mean, the warm ups, some guys do it, other guys don't. But actually, a lot of playoff guys are taking advantage of this warm up. Of course, actually. So now Walker wants to do a 30.6. Okay, so listen to this. And I know Walker's probably pretty pissed off about this, but if his warm-up time was his qualifying time, he would have been on pole. I don't know if it matters too much to Walker because, I mean, he's going to start on the front row anyway, but, yeah, the lap times are increasing. Jason Marshall, he's in the 7s now, as well, Hyder's always been in there, but it looks like a lot of guys are starting to figure Kansas out a little more as they get more laps in, because like we mentioned, I mean, it is going to be slippery and slidey all over the place.
Well, one other thing I'll mention, Armani, is the fact that a lot of people
you just ignored my question.
No, I was gone. I was in the bathroom. Gosh.
Why would you do that?
Because I had to do my thing, man. But
don't do that.
Another thing to keep in mind is that when a lot of these guys were doing practice sessions earlier on in the day, they did report that as the day goes on, it's not getting hotter, it's getting cooler. I'm not really too sure what Arevalo and Walker are doing over here in turn 1.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing either.
Thank you, Marcus. But anyway, the track is definitely, at the very least, getting a little cooler to the point where these guys are getting a little bit more grip to work with. So that is absolutely improving on things. Let's see what else we got in the chat here.
So, Gavin, since you were away, I was asking you, can you at least confirm or deny if Kansas is on the schedule next year?
I actually have no idea, but yeah, sure. 1 second. I can absolutely confirm that. Just give me a moment. Let me ask you guys. Let's see. What else we got in the chat? I know Chris Bowes just told us that he's running on VR tonight. Fantastic.
That's real. That's very real.
Fantastic. Gotta love it.
All right, everyone's just crashing. What are they doing?
Gotta love it.
All right, everybody. So we're all just going to go backwards. All right, you know what? Maybe the cockpit isn't the best view for this. I'm going to go to TV and watch just everyone drop back. All right, let's see Walker do it.
Let's see.
Oh my god, I'm dying.
Let's see. Can I confirm that Kansas... See, I'm trying to look through it, but Chris was spamming his, logo redesign, so I genuinely can't find it. Hold on. I'll find it, I promise.
I'm going to hold you to that.
Logo.
What else are they saying in the chat? We need to be interactive with our fan base, guys. Come on.
Yeah, we're very pro.
Yeah, interacting with the fan base.
We have
at this
to
point,
interact.
Levi looks like he's interactive with just dying.
Yeah.
I could confirm
I
could confirm Kansas is not on the D2 schedule.
Dang it!
What about Bristol?
I'm not. Nope. No more. No more.
No,
No more. No, that's it. That's your hint. Kansas isn't on it.
Hey, they're talking about the cut line in the driver chat.
Oh yeah. No, we haven't talked about the cut line in a little bit. Do you guys want to get instant coverage after each and every NASCAR race? You can head on over to the Daily Downforce YouTube channel and listen to Armani DePaul's beautiful voice. And he'll have guests on too. He has some pretty cool and groovy guests that he brings on every once in a while. So if you guys want the best, if you want the best post-race coverage that one can ask for, get over to the Daily Downforce YouTube channel. It's free, literally free coverage.
Very free.
Very free.
Yeah, check out the Daily Downforce. Force.
You can't say that. You can't say that.
Now we didn't have a Cutline episode this week for Richmond, and that's because I was over at Anderson Speedway for the Cars Tour. My buddy William Richard, aka NASCAR Opinion, he invited me over to the track, and Dale Earnhardt Jr. he was racing. Got to interview Dale. You could check that out on the Daily Downforce YouTube channel, as well as on all Daily Downforce social media platforms, Instagram, YouTube just mentioned it, but as well as TikTok and Twitter and Facebook. So if you want to listen to Dale Jr. talk about the state of grassroots racing and the growth, head over to the Daily Downforce.
Okay, I've got a question about NASCAR opinions. Did he show you mid-2000s NASCAR images and then tell you that you missed out? Or how did that go?
Basically the Cars Tour. Yeah.
All right, and with that, let's go ahead and get our starting lineup here for tonight's running of the Cutline 210. 1 second. Hold on, I'm professional. All right, getting the starting lineup here on your screen. AJ Hyder on pole position. That is not the correct... Oh, no, I did the thing again. 1 second.
So, if any of you guys want to know, this is at this point,
This is normal.
It is just a
there.
This is
it's a tradition.
It's a tradition.
It's a tradition. AJ Hyder on pole position with Aiden Walker alongside. Then it's going to be Jason Marshall and James Thurston in row 2. And Keola Hankins and Connor Ballheis in row 3. The first 3 rows are all fighting for a spot in the final 4. How about Ethan Moses and Miles Davis with good qualifying efforts in row number 4? And ending off row number 5, it's going to be Van Drugman and Landon Warren. And it will be Ryan Arnold starting 11th with Aiden Arevalo alongside. And then Clinton McDonald and Nico Servideo in row 7. Rounding out the top 15 is Aiden Smith, and it's going to be Jeremy Lewis next to him. Moving on over here to the end of our top 20, it's going to be Aiden Robertson, Connor Berkey, Michael Steinbeck, and Chris Bowes. Chris Lilly going from 7th in the playoffs, or 6th in the playoff standings, starting all the way back in 21st with David Brunson alongside. Going through the rest of the field, it's Dimitri Mundros, Wayne A. Kennedy, followed by Marcus Vanderlee, Jacob Mitchell, Oscar Enriquez, Owen Chabinski, and Daniel Botting. Those are the 29 cars making up tonight's running of the Cutline 210. And we are getting set to go. Guys, go ahead and put your picks in the chat. Who is going to win the final race of the first round of the playoffs? It is going to be down to the wire. Everybody fighting for every last point that they can.
Go, everybody. Oh, no, you go.
The pace car makes the left-hand turn on the pit road. It's time to settle it here for the first round of the playoffs. Here from Kansas Speedway, we're green.
Front row is even on the start. Walker side by side with Hyder for now as they dive into turn number 1. Look at Ballheis already going up high. It looks like there was one car in the back of the pack. Got into the wall a little bit, but no caution as of yet. And Ballheis already making some moves on that outside line.
Sideways, James Thurston, the center of 3 and 4. And how about Michael Walls, the rookie in the 00 making moves? Already up into the top 5 and looking for more as he's on the inside of James Thurston for 4th.
I'm not
Ballheis looks like...
Here comes Ballheis on the inside. He's looking to make a charge at the 96. Doesn't quite do it. Thurston on the outside of the 00. Wait, what the fuck? What?
Whatever he's going about, we can. I don't know what he's going on with him.
I don't know what.
But Jason,
he's running a Cole Custer base here on my.
Well, yeah, that's what he's run. That's what he's always run. Jason Marshall just passed.
There's no contingencies.
Yeah, Aiden Walker for 2nd place has a big hit into the wall there for Aiden Arevalo in the back. And Michael Wall settles into 5th place as James Thurston clears him down to turn 1. In the wall, Ryan Arnold.
Hold on. Yeah, he's still going for now. Battle for the 9th position. And it is a claggle of cars here in the back of the pack.
Yeah, most drivers right now are settling in. You know, they understand that when it comes to tonight's race, we were talking about just how unstable these cars are right now. There is not a lot of grip to go around here. So everyone's just trying to rip that bomb, save as much tire as possible. And we saw guys like Ryan Arnold hit the wall because they lost control of their cars. We're right now watching the battle back here near the outside the top 15 between Aiden Robertson, Jeremy Lewis, and Aiden Smith. That's just how deep we have to go in the pack here to find some action at the moment.
Well, I'm paying attention to Chris Lilly right now. He's already made up 2 spots since the start of the race. Of course, he's in the back trying to get into the final 4. But it really looks like he's taking care of his stuff right now. Like you mentioned, he's one of those guys known for saving his stuff, saving his tires, and I think he's doing that right now.
Well, Mitchell just cut the entire grass. Oh, the 95 getting up in the way of the 38 got really loose right there in the middle of the corner.
Near the front of the pack here, Clinton McDonald just made a pass on Ethan Moses. Moses started 7th here today, but he is falling back. Now he's side by side with Aiden Arevalo for the 9th spot. He's going to fall back to 10th here. Fortunately, he's going to have a bit of a gap to Miles Davis, who's also falling back. since the drop of the green flag, but you can just see the 08 out of control as he's sideways through the middle of 1 and 2.
Donald doing pretty good right now. He started 13th, already made up 5 spots, but he's got to be careful not to use up those tires because a lot of guys are probably saving their stuff right now. McDonald doesn't look like he's doing that, but that could bite him later on in this race.
Yeah, well, McDonald ain't known for exactly being steady. He's a very aggressive racer. We've seen that come to be his best strength, but also his biggest weakness. Remember Michigan, he could have come into this race in a much better situation if he won Michigan, but he turned himself on the last lap when he was fighting for the win. So that's one of the big things that's haunted him throughout this season is that Michigan race. Coming to a track that is not similar in size or shape. When it comes to the condition of these tires, Michigan was a very loose race as well. We'll see whether the tire strategy falls in his favor here tonight, because at this point, he needs it.
More battle coming right here is McDonald coming close to Ball Heist for the 7th spot. Ball Heist looks really loose in that 15 car, but so does McDonald. He is sideways, clipping the apron just a little bit. Hang on to her there, buddy.
And he's right under attack from Aiden Revelo on his inside now. Down into turns 3 and 4. Revelo will clear him fairly easily. He'll just yield over the spot, slot back down to the bottom lane.
I mean, that's all he can do right now. Quentin is definitely not the type of guy that's saving his stuff. You're seeing that it's hurting him. He falls back to 9th place. He's in a position right now where he basically needs to win. So he's got to figure it out here tonight, but he has a long 140 laps to figure that one out, as most of the field has now single-filed it out for the long haul.
You have to go back to Aiden Roberson trying to make a pass on Miles Davis back here for 14th place. Roberson on the inside. Smith lost a couple spots right there. He's back to 16th. He's been dropping since the start of this race. Miles Davis also dropping a lot of spots since the start of this race. He's really struggling.
So about half a lap ago, Connor Ball Heist started blinking, so that's going to be something to keep an eye on. Is at 15, is he going to be able to stay in the race throughout its duration? Because again, that's a playoff guy. If he misses this due to connection issues, that would be devastating.
Oh, Davis in the wall got real sideways. I thought he was going to hit 8 there.
Yeah, Davis is not doing too hot right now, guys. I mean, he started 8th, and he is now outside the top 15. This has not been a good first 10 laps here for Davis. Perhaps he's saving his stuff. More likely, that qualifying effort was not imperative of what his race pace really looks like, as he has fallen like a rock right now falling into the grasp of Aiden Smith.
It's really unfortunate. I remember Miles Davis being really good last season. I thought he'd be a top dog this year, but he's just struggled. He continues to struggle on here. 11 laps into this thing.
He just got to gather himself up. Looks like he's really throwing it off into 3, but he's trying to get into 4, but he's just something. But
well, that was going on. Ryan Arnold got past Landon Warren, moves up into 11th place. Good race pace here compared to his poor qualifying effort as he tries to get into the top 10. Next up is Ethan Moses. And while that's going on, first guy to choose the top side, Jeremy Lewis, ran the wall through 1 and 2. He's experimenting with that top line. As we get later on into this run, that top is definitely going to become the preferred line around here. Everyone on the bottom right now just trying to save their stuff as long as possible before it's go time for that first pit cycle.
Well, that's usually how Kansas goes. Everyone kind of starts at the bottom, like you mentioned, save their stuff. That's the fastest way around the track. But then as the run goes on, it just migrates further and further to the top. Lewis, I'm surprised he's going there as early as he is, considering everyone else is going to the bottom. But look at the lap time. A 31.7 was his last lap around. About a 10th faster than Aiden Robertson and 14th behind him. So it looks like he's making it work just a little bit. And he's actually catching Landon Warren, who he's 2/10 faster than. So it looks like the top is starting to come in, guys.
Well, I want to point out Chris Lilly making his way up through the start of the race. He just got by the 89. He's running down that 11 car. Really fast here on this short run, 14 laps into this thing. Pretty much has to finish inside the top 10, top 5 to move on. And right now he might be showing that speed here.
It definitely helps that everyone ahead of him is losing control. Aiden Arevalo and Ethan Moses have lost grip on their tires. Clinton McDonald has gotten by both of them. And you can just watch them every corner. Doesn't matter where it is. Entry, center, exit. They are drifting this car through the corner. And that's why you're seeing Ryan Arnold closing in on them. Look at the both of them. They're sideways there through the center of turn 2.
Well, that's the thing about Kansas. I mean, you talked about it during practice where it's such a hot track, and while it is cooling down just a little bit, it is still really slick. If you look at the in-car for these guys, they are all over the place. So I'm not surprised at all to see the fact that everyone is slipping and sliding. And really, I talked about it earlier, it's going to be a battle of attrition, just who can survive. And it looks like that's the case so far.
So I do want to apologize that right now Michael Walls is not in this race. That's Hankins for some reason not running his scheme. Now I'm sure if I update training paints, you know what, I'll do that right now. That'll fix our issue. But yeah, I thought that was Michael Walls for a second, so I apologize for that. But yeah, that should get fixed here in just a little bit. But here we go, battle here for position. It's going to be Van Drugman on the move past Jason Marshall.
Got by Arevalo. Arevalo continues to get loose. He's fallen into the clutches of the 08 now here. Ethan Moses down this back straightaway. He's getting loose on the straightaway. I've noticed that he keeps swerving down. Just out of control of the straightaway. I don't quite understand why. Never dealt with that in this. Whoa, Moses gets real sideways, but I've never dealt with that in this car. Last generation car we ran, the car tomorrow, did that a lot. And, but never seen that in this car, so Arevalo's struggling. Quite unique.
Well, think about this. I mean, I've ran the Xfinity car a few times around Kansas, and I've had that same problem because it's something with the suspension with these Xfinity cars, especially coming out of turn 4, just makes you go sideways coming out of that corner. I don't know if it's because of the amount of speed that you're carrying and just the fact that the car is so sensitive on the back end, but I mean, either way, I mean, I know what that problem is like.
Yeah, Moses is falling like a rock.
Not D1.
Yeah, Moses is struggling right now, guys. Now Robertson's on him. Here comes Jeremy Lewis into this as well. What was a great qualifying effort. He spent all afternoon practicing for this race, and he is drifting it through here.
Well, I want to shift my focus from someone who isn't struggling. Chris Lilly up in 15th now, setting his eyes on 14th. He had migrated up to the top lane for a couple laps. Now back to running that bottom lane. Miles Davis right in front of him, but soon he will definitely get that 08.
Here comes the battle for the 7th position here between Clinton McDonald. He's going to go to the inside. He'll look to clear Connor Ballheis going into turn number 1. He's got it for now as Ballheis. He is sideways in that number 15 machine. Oh my goodness, he's been all over. Well, he's been slipping and sliding for the better part of 2 laps.
Well, being on a controller doesn't help. This is what I was talking about. If there is a racetrack that is not the place you want to be for a controller. He did really good at Watkins Glen. Loudon, I could say from a guy that used to run on mouse controls when I started on iRacing, Loudon is such a cheesy track when it comes to the controls and what you can use on it to be fast. This racetrack is not friendly to controllers, and you're seeing it hurting him right now, as now Ryan Arnold from outside the top 15 at the beginning of this race, now going for a top 10 spot, but he's going to have to hold up station as Ballheis drifts it coming out of turn 2.
He's got no grip in that 15 car. The tires are screaming right now. He's going to migrate to the top, try to generate some semblance of momentum. And he's able to keep it straight for the time being. And he's going to get a little bit of momentum here. He's going to go down to the inside of the 82. But when we say the 82, it's really the 4, but you know what we mean. But he's able to cover him up for now. Scrapes the wall just a little bit. And now he's just going to follow him going into turn 1.
Oh, that 08. I'm still watching Moses. He's getting split 3 wide right now. Real loose on exit. It doesn't get into anybody right there.
Yeah, this big cluster, and Chris Lilly is picking them off right now. Got around Moses, got around Davis, now putting pressure on Lewis. Lilly needs to have, as look at Moses. Moses in the wall, spinning, goes Moses.
He's gonna save it. Hey, they saved it. He saved it. Through the grass. Don't spin
Hang on to it, buddy. He's still spinning. Come on. You got it.
Good save from Ethan Moses, but that's not what you want to see at all. What was a great qualifying effort has now turned to nothing as he is now at the rear of the field.
Whoa, Brunson on the apron and in the wall.
Oh, Moses, we got a bunch of guys going sideways right now. Moses and then, oh my goodness, hang on to her, boys.
Yeah, well, it's all the guys back there that are just jamming the throttle. Not too pretty.
Oh, God.
We do have a battle for third here, fellas. Drugman is on the move. He got around Marshall a little bit ago, got around Hankins. He's putting pressure on Thurston now for third.
Well, Van Drugman was really good earlier in the season. We thought he would have won a race by now. He has not, but again, he is showing that he is quick.
Well, if it wasn't for a certain
Thurston would've gapped him
caution
a
that
little
came out in Chicago, it would have been a first win for Drugman. Things didn't really go his way that day, but right now, Walker, Thurston, and Drugman all sitting in a file line, second, third, fourth, while Hyder doing what he does best, pacing the field 1 second ahead of second. Not much he really has to do. He's trying to break a record, and we'll talk about that record a little bit later on as we get to the end of this race. But the record, I mention this every time he wins, especially late in the season, but Diego Roldan, Season 4 and Season 6 champion, holds on to the record for the most wins in a season at 10. With about, I think it's 4 races to go coming into tonight's race.
Yep.
Hyder's already sitting at 8, I'm pretty sure. It's either 7 or 8. So he is already within striking distance to go for that record. As here comes Drugman inside, here on Thurston for third.
Well,
See what happens right here.
He has 8 wins on the year, so a win tonight would put him at 9. One more to tie it out of the next 3 after this.
Thurston's going to migrate to the top line, but Drugman, he's going to do what he needs to. He's going to easily clear that 96. Goes on the radio, says, thank you very much. I'll take that 3rd spot. And look at him, going right back to work on the 93.
Man, if he showed up to more races, he would have been a real foil in Hyder's side for a champion. But when it comes to that, we'll just have to save that for next season. The rookie continuing to show some incredible promise with a big dive down into turn 3, shoving the nose in there, forcing Walker up high.
On the quarter panel of the 93, now they're going to go side by side. No contact made, separated by about a sheet of paper. Incredible car control from Van Drugman. And I think it's going to clear Walker going to turn 1. Yes, he is. And Thurston says, you know what? I'm going to play follow the leader, and I'm going to take 3rd spot away. A 2-for-1.
Thurston played great advantage right there. He's going to get by the 93 with a really clean pass. That 80 and 93 got real close to each other there on exit, but I think that 96 won out of both of them. He got back up into 3rd. Walker the big loser there.
Now we get to see what Van Drugman can do. See if he can go ahead and catch AJ Hyder. Hyder's been able to gain another 4/10 while all those guys were fighting for position. Over the next few laps, we'll see if Drugman has the pace to catch Hyder and fight for the win. While that's going on, Keola Hankins runs 5th. Hankins needs to finish at least 1 position ahead of Thurston. Right now, Thurston sitting 3rd, Hankins in 5th. At this point, it is possible that he'll still make it because Ballheis is struggling at the moment as he sits in 10th. But right now, I do think that Ballheis still makes it in by just a couple of points. We'll get all that information towards the end of this race. But Ballheis right now sitting in 10th, continuing to falter with Aiden Arevalo coming up next.
Drugman isn't pulling away from Thurston like I thought. They're starting to put a little bit of a gap to Walker, but Thurston's keeping pace with that 80 car right now, so I imagine he's starting to figure something out here in the racetrack as the tires start to wear a little more, so this is going to be something interesting to keep an eye on. The fact that Thurston and Drugman, this could be another battle heating up in just a lap or 2.
I have a question. Was Trafari suspended last week?
Yes, he was.
Oh,
yes.
So that's why we've had a 30-lap green flag run.
Oh, yeah. But Drugman, look at Drugman sideways coming out of turn 2.
Still,
yeah,
Walker, I think he clipped the wall a little bit. Saw some sparks coming out of that 93 car, but here we go. I talked about it. The battle for second is heating up.
And think about where Thurston's at right now. Thurston does not need to push. He can chill. As long as he's 1 position ahead of Hankins, for good measure, he's 2. He makes the final 4 guaranteed. So right now, all he needs to do is just sit back and relax. But if Drugman's going to continue to hold him up like this, then Thurston might have no choice but to put on the attack. We'll see what he does here.
Our last lap was a 32.557 for Drugman. Thurston with a 32.6. So they're about the same in terms of time. This is all just being this is all to the advantage of Hyder, I feel like, because this is just allowing Hyder to save more tire and stuff. Because Van Drugman at 32.5, Hyder 32.6, so he is losing a little bit of ground, but you got to imagine he's saving his stuff right now.
Yeah, he's on clean air. No one around him saving his tires. I mean, everything's great for him, especially since second place might be under attack here in a couple seconds.
For sure, and Drugman cannot be safe. I mean, he can't even save his tires right now because Thurston is all over him at the moment. And all Drugman can really do right now is just sit back and relax. But I want to talk about, we're getting towards the 40-lap mark. We're definitely going to have some green flag pit stops as that window starts to open. If you're someone behind Hyder right now, how do you possibly beat him here in pit stops?
Well, you just got to undercut him, I feel. That's the only thing you can really do. Maybe catch him while he's saving a little bit too much tire. He's going to have a slow lap, and you just try to undercut him. Take advantage of that, and maybe you can gain a little bit from that 1.6 second lead, or maybe even erase it completely. So you kind of have to catch him sleeping right now, because Hyder, he is sleeping a little bit because he doesn't need a pusher right now. So you just got to hope that he continues this, slow pace, and then the pit window hits, and then boom, you get in before he does.
Yeah, he's right. That's pretty much all you have to do. Well, not all, but you have to catch him sleeping, and maybe that can gain on him some, because there's no way right now that he'll run him down and pass him.
Well, let me ask you this. Maybe not someone like Hyder is someone that you're trying to jump on pit road. Perhaps if you're someone like Keola Hankins, sitting in 5th at the moment, about 1 second back from your championship rival, James Thurston, do you perhaps short pit here to try to jump him with track position?
I could see a scenario like that, but it's still a really long race. I feel like for this pit stop, you're going to see a lot of guys just try some normal strategy. Well, actually, what is the pit window? Before
Good question. I want to say it's going to be around 40 to 50 laps. I imagine that you probably have to pit at least twice in a full green race, which I'll tell you what, we're having a really good race so far. All green flag laps. Much better from Watkins Glen, where we spent half the race under yellow before we got the first green flag lap in. So these guys are doing a good job, and it's setting up for some great pit strategy conversation.
Well, I want to check on that. If I'm behind him trying to get him, with how long this run has been, I'm imagining there's going to be another long run. So I'm actually trying to go longer than him so I can get the tire advantage over him on the next long run at the end of that thing, so I could maybe get by him and then short pit on the next run.
At that point, how far back would you be to where, well, that could probably work on someone like Thurston, because Thurston isn't really a guy who saves his tires, but even a guy like a Walker, your other championship rivals as well, you got to keep an eye on them too.
Yep.
Now, Levi had been giving us updates on Chris Lilly and his progress. He started 21st today. He's right now sitting in 12th, but he has stalled behind Jeremy Lewis. Ever since he caught back up to him, he has not been able to put on the same speed that he was previously. He's pretty much trapped with a bit of dirty air, and with those tires finally falling away to where he's not really comfortable no more. He's stuck in 12th right now. That is not a position that you want to be in if you're someone like Lilly right now. 6th, about 12 points back. He needs something to go his way here soon if he wants to fight for a championship.
Yeah, right.
Well, Lilly, he's in 12th right now. It looks like he's going to get that 11th spot. So he's picking him up, and he's going to pass Ball Heist. It looks like that's not only a spot for Lilly, but that's a point loss. So it's kind of a 2-for-1, if you will, for the 53 car if he's able to get by the 15th. So Lilly's looking good right now, despite a pretty bad qualifying run. And ooh, speaking of which, Lewis in the wall.
Yeah, he's picking him up, and easily driving through the field, but you do have to worry about the fact that once he gets by this next 4 group, it's going to be really hard for him to make up any time on those next guys in front of him, and you might need a caution at some point in this race so he can restart and make up spots easier. There's only so many laps. That 5 car going to go to the inside of the 15. This might be Lilly's chance to get by that 15 car here. He'll get to the inside and he will clear him on exit.
God, look at Ball Heist. He is out of control. This is worst case scenario. If there's someone that needs to short pit, it's going to be Ball Heist. And maybe Marshall too. Marshall is behind Lilly in the championship coming in tonight, and now he's going to get passed by Lilly on the track.
Lilly getting a bunch of spots right here. Now he just needs to get that 5 car who he's been behind for a while now. 15 and 33 going at it. It's Miles Davis on the outside. Davis still fighting around the outside here.
And right ahead of him.
He's still to pit road. So
Yep.
Ball Heist will head down. He'll start green flag stops here.
Ethan Moses also came in.
Uh-huh.
And while that was going on, Aiden Robertson got around Clinton McDowell. McDowell had been ripping the fence for the last 5 laps, holding Robertson up. Robertson had enough and got around him. So big shout out to Ryan Arnold and Ava Robertson. 2 drivers with a lot of controversy in their careers, all the way back to season 1 for some of them. And yet they're putting on some really good performances right now, 6th and 7th right now. And here comes Arnold, the pit road. And you can imagine that advantage is going to be huge when they come back onto the track. We're watching Hyder right now.
Here comes Ball Heist off the pit road.
Yeah, he hits pit exit.
I don't want to see him. Yep, here we go with Hyder. And the gap is closing between him and Van Drugman. Again, it's Hyder. You know that he can just turn on the jets at any point, but I mean, with the green flag pit stop, I mean, coming soon, this is what I'm talking about, where you just want to catch the guy slipping. So this is honestly be a perfect opportunity for Van Drugman. Catch Hyder, undercut him right now. Now that you're under a second, and when green flag pit stops begin, now you could possibly have the lead over him.
It's really impressive to see the speed out of Van Drugman. It seems like he was saving a ton of tire for this moment right here. You really do have to pick your battles on when you decide to pick a pit, though, because of the fact that Hyder could easily pit right now, and all of this progress you made was for naught. Van Drugman needs to pit first if he wants to get a net gain here on Hyder, but also look what's happening here with Hyder. Hyder's starting to blink here, guys.
Yeah, he was. Down that back straightaway.
Yeah. We got a little squirrely there, but
there we go.
Drugman's coming.
Drugman's gonna follow. He made up a lot of time on that pit entry there.
Whoa!
Did he speed?
Well, we'll find out here whether they have a black flag or not, but Van Drugman down pit road gained a ton of time on AJ Hyder. Boys, I think we have a race for the win on our hands if these two settle it.
Oh, we got a car in the wall. Marshall's in the wall hard. He's really slow on the track.
Yeah, not shocked.
Oh, he got the wall in the trial. Oh, he got ran over by Marcus Vanderlei on that front straightaway. Vanderlei just booted him out the way.
Let's take a look.
Marshall into the wall. Marshall not too happy over the radio.
Oh, yeah. I think he had a speeding penalty.
No.
Van Drugman is still on pit road.
Yeah.
Hyder, he is gone.
Yeah, sped. Oh, man.
And now Marshall's down pit road with damage, and you guys heard it, Van Drugman on pit road, still a speeding penalty, a major mistake there from Van, and yet again, another race that could have been his. It's not over. A caution can give him the opportunity he needs to come back, but right now, he is now off of pit road, and he's lost a ton of time.
Well, right now, cautions are, at a very low rate here in this race. There's been 0 so far, so I would be pretty worried if I were him about how long it'll be until the next chance to reset is with the yellow.
Hankins has chosen to stay out long here in this run, which is not something that I expected. I mean, I feel like that if you definitely want to pit when your guy Thurston's pitting, so you aren't losing any time, but he's going to stay out and try to go as long as he can, along with Dimitri Mundros. So Mundros has been struggling all day outside the top 10. We're looking for him now. As here comes Mundros down pit road. He's now in. Hankins continues to stay out. Hankins might be looking for a yellow here. Where is this man? I'm looking for him.
You know who's going to be wanting a yellow right now? Van Drugman. Want to get back into this thing.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
He's down in
27th
right now.
So Hankins did stop, and that will cycle the lead back over to AJ Hyder. And this time, he's not going to have any pressure from behind. This will be a very big lead there for Hyder. And Thurston is now in second.
Good reports from yeah, we're getting reports that some of these drivers were out there right front really badly on that run. On that right side, 40 and 37%. So that's a lot of tire wear in that run.
Battle for third, Ryan Arnold, Aiden Walker. Arnold, short pit, was able to jump 3 positions. He's going to lose one here to Aiden Walker. If he's willing to give it up, which he is not. He's pinching Walker down on the track and giving him a hard time. Considering it's Ryan Arnold, I'm not shocked at all.
Well, Walker will easily clear him down to the 3 and 4 this time, and there'll be nothing Arnold can do about it. So he'll just slot back down to the bottom and carry on.
Yeah, if Arnold saves his stuff here a little bit, I think that he'll be okay. This will be a net gain for him, especially considering Drugman did speed. So he's already up one spot. It could be a very good day here for Ryan Arnold if things go his way. Right now, Hankins is back into 5th place on the freshest set of tires of anybody in the top 5. But considering he's 10 seconds off the leader, that's going to be quite the gap to bridge while keeping those tires nice and healthy throughout this run.
Let's take a look at somewhere the playoff guys are running right now. Right now, the top 3 are all playoff guys. Hyder, Thurston, and Walker. You got Kayla Hankins right now in the 5th spot. Clinton McDonald, pretty nice recovery for him, all the way up to 6. Connor Ballheis in the top 10. Chris Lilly just outside the top 10 and 11. So, or excuse me, is that 12? No, it's, okay.
12.
Okay, yeah, no, for some reason the starting lineup and the race, like, positions all mixed up here in the results section. But anyway, so feels like everyone is pretty much doing what they have to do in order to get up through the field in terms of the playoff guys. I mean, I don't think a lot of playoff guys right now. We're in a bad spot right now. I mean, the closest is probably Ballheis just because of the fact that he's on a controller.
Well, the other thing is...
spots, and he just lost another spot, dropping on track now.
Yeah, well, he was one of the first guys to pay here, guys. I mean, he's going to be at a disadvantage for this entire run. And you saw right there, he had 4 guys in a train right behind him. As Arevalo gets around, Robertson slams the wall in good measure. They're trying to go 3 wide. They will go 3 wide as they fight outside the top 10.
See how long this goes on. 4 Miles Davis on the inside, trying to get by Arevalo. Right up on that back bumper, the 88 in the middle of the corner. Back straight away, the 88 still on his inside, the 33 peeking to the inside again. Arevalo, see if you can get the run up off the corner this time. 88 slide up, tap of the wall for the 09. Here comes Miles Davis yet again. Not with a good enough run to make it 3 wide though.
And Aiden's been really good throughout that first run, saving his tires. He went up to his highest 7th, and look at Arevalo losing control of the back of that 09, almost coming back down to Miles Davis. Robertson will get the spot, and Davis is trying to pick up the pieces as he tries to get up into 9th place.
I feel like Davis, he's trying to get onto the bottom while these tires are still fairly fresh, and you can see he's going to slot behind Davis. I think you're going to see him run the bottom here in turn 1. Yep, exactly that.
And this has got to be really tough for Ballheis, guys. I mean, he's out of control, worse tires, desperately trying to hold on the track position because right now, I think that he is still where he's at good when it comes to, he has a 5-point gap on Keola Hankins coming into tonight's race. So he needs to be near him. Hankins right now in 5th place, but or actually 4th. He just got around Arnold for 4th. So now with Ballheis losing spots, there is a possibility he's out of that cut line conversation. He's got to hold on to whatever he can. He's got to pull some kind of hat trick on strategy as he's sideways. My God!
Wow. That was an impressive job. Especially, that was a crazy save to be on controller. He got real sideways on the exit of 2.
Yeah, but that's not going to help at all.
2 spots now.
And he's in the wall for good measure.
Oh, he got the wall again.
I mean, his tires are way overheated now. He's going to have to back it way down to cool these back off. Or else he'll be struggling really badly on the wrong road again as Arevalo.
He needs to get to the bottom. He needs to get to the bottom. There you go. Able to calm himself down. He's got to get himself situated. Don't try anything ridiculous. Just, even if you lose his spot to the 09, that might be for the best just because he's been in so many battles right now. Like you mentioned, Levi, the tires are overheated. He just needs to cool himself down, cool his head down, and just put together some consistent laps at the very least.
Yeah, I think he's getting a little bit worried about this whole point situation and just getting way over his head, getting sideways and losing a bunch of spots. Miles Davis continues to work on Aiden Robertson here for the 8th place.
Big thing that's
Even
happening while we were watching all that. Keola Hankins made 2 passes. He got around Ryan Arnold and Aiden Walker. He is now third. Where these guys stand at the moment, Thurston and Hankins are tied for the final playoff spot. Now, right now, based on where Ball Heist is, I would assume that Ball Heist would be out of the conversation. So both Hankins and Thurston would make it in. But if Ball Heist finds some track position and is able to get to a point where he can hold on to his gap over Hankins, it's going to come down to a tiebreaker between Thurston and Hankins, with Thurston breaking that tie with 1 extra win.
Well, the good thing with Ball Heist is, like, he's in the range. Like, he's not in the back. He's not in the 20s. He's still, like, in the top 10, the back half for the top 10. Ooh, we got someone in the wall. Looks like that was a Revelo. But he's able to save it, and he's good to go. But Ball Heist, he's in the mix. So that's honestly all he can ask for right now. So if there's anyone who needs to take advantage of some pit strategy right now, it honestly might be Connor Ball Heist, just to keep himself in that conversation.
Yeah, he's going to have to at this point. Someone that is dropping, though, Ryan Arnold just got passed by Clinton McDonald. First one to come down pit road. And while the advantages were huge, now he's dealing with the consequences. Falls back to 6th with Jeremy Lewis showing up here for 7th.
Something for a caution so he can get that track position he gained from pitting early. Right now, I believe if there was one, it would still be a net gain, but not as much as he would have liked. Still here in 6th, but he'll soon be behind that 5 car, and then this goes on any longer behind that 88.33.
There's something on the radio from Ethan Moses.
Yep.
He's in a battle right now with the O2 machine.
Well, keep in mind, Chris Bowes, the O2, is on VR.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, yeah, this.
And he's getting... this.
Yeah, this. These 3 slow lap cars coming right in front of James Thurst. I'm sure this will go well.
Oh, fantastic.
Please, Rock.
Well, at least it's a battle right now on the track, which the field is pretty spread out. I thought he'd have a little more battles here and there, a few more pockets battling for position, but everyone is pretty spread out, kind of running their own race right now.
Well, how about we go through the field while we get the chance here, guys? Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. AJ Hyder right now up ahead by 5.3 seconds. This is his race to lose right now. The only person that had any kind of chance of fighting for the win against him was Van Druckmann. He spit on pit road. He stuck 1 lap down for the time being. So he's going to need a caution to get back in this thing. James Thurston is all the way back here as he catches up to a bit of slower traffic, doing exactly what he needs to do. Ball Heist is having a bad day. He's right now ahead of Keola Hankins. Everything is going perfect here for Thurston. He's just got to keep it easy around these lap cars, and he will be fighting for a championship for the next 3 weeks. Hankins, on the other hand, is where he needs to be, but just 1 spot short. He needs to be ahead of Thurston, at the very least, if he wants to make it in. Fortunately, Ball Heist is having a horrible run outside the top 10. Mathematically, if I'm correct, he should be into the Final 4 for the first time in his career if the positions stay where they are as of now. Aiden Walker as well is in 4th place, Mr. Consistent throughout this first run and throughout most of the season. He needs to find some race winning speed if he wants to fight for a title, but making it to the Final 4 is always a good thing. And look at this big cluster of cars. Clinton McDonald trying to make it in. He needs to win this race if he wants to make it into the Final 4, but he's putting on one of his best runs of the season. Right now sitting in 5th place. Great run there by him. Ryan Arnold holding on the 6th with Jeremy Lewis in 7th. Aiden Robertson, Miles Davis continue to fight in 8th and 9th. And rounding out the top 10 is Aiden Arevalo. But watch out for Moondros, Lilly, and for Connor Ball Heist right behind him.
Yeah, Moondros is someone he came into this race. He needed a good run in.
Uh-oh. Smoke down the back straight away.
Someone went drifting.
Oh, Van Druckmann just quit.
Is that right?
Ball.
Yeah, he just alt forward.
Moondros making a move on the 09. This is for the 10th spot. And now Dimitri Moondros, I believe he enters the top 10 for the first time today. This is another playoff guy below the cut line. He needed a good run, and he's just been hovering around that 10th to 15th range, just not doing what he needs to do. Kind of like Clint McDonald needs to win to at least have a chance at advancing to the next round, and he's just has been having an okay day, but he doesn't need okay. He needs great.
He doesn't need just great. He needs to win. He's 31 points below the cut line. You aren't going to have a good day. Yeah, that's Wayne A. Kennedy trying to get out of the way for these guys. But Dimitri needs to win this race. There's no way that he makes it if he does not win. So right now, he needs to figure out some speed. As while that was going on, Miles Davis got around Aiden Robertson to move up into 8th place.
And Chris Zilli just got by Aiden Arevalo for the 11th spot.
Not a whole lot happening.
Yeah, everyone's kind of chilled out here. We are approaching the second round of green flag pit stops. Now, I believe that if these guys extend, they might be able to make it in or make it to the end without stopping, but it is very close, especially for the guys that chose to pit very early in that first run. They're going to have a tall order if they want to go ahead and stay within the chances of making it without stopping. I think that at this point, if you're anyone that isn't AJ Hyder, you might want to try to go for that risk if it means that you'll win this race.
They're going to have to at least pit twice. The fuel run is about
40
to
I think
45
so.
laps. They're about to pit soon in the race. We'll still have another 40 to go once we hit 100. So
Yeah.
Lewis
so
outside.
Probably the last few stops would probably be with around like 120 to go. You know, if you really extend it. Whoa, the 88 all over the back bumper of the 5 as he cuts down.
Yeah, Jeremy Lewis around the outside, gets around Ryan Arnold. Lewis immediately blocks down into 3 and 4. Lewis continued to show a great run in 6th place. How interesting the conversation would have been as Arnold sails it down to turn 1, fights back, didn't like getting chopped. He's going to shove the nose in there to move back up into 6th place. Again, you don't mess with Ryan Arnold. But Jeremy Lewis might even be scarier. We've seen both of these guys put some aggressive performances on in their careers. Both of them have been here since the beginning, and they're showing some impressive runs on the track.
Arnold's going to try to use that high line to his advantage, but Lewis at the stripe just ahead. He's going to try to clear the 82, not quite going into turn number 1. Side by side, Arnold sails it off in the middle lane, but Lewis responds by sailing it on the bottom, and he clears up.
Well, he got a little bit sideways on that exit too. We'll see if he comes back at him here in 3 and 4. Gonna try and sail it off into the inside. Can't quite get there. I think the 5's got it done now.
Not yet. Arnold's coming back on the inside.
On the exit.
He gets a little bit loose as well.
Yeah, he slipped up on the exit, allowed him to get back inside.
It's a neat little battle right here.
I am so impressed by
Sails
Arnold's
down on the
ability.
bottom.
Arnold on older tires somehow holding off Jeremy Lewis. But if you're Lewis, you're probably not too pleased. Here comes a bit of a bump to the back bumper, showing his displeasure. Lewis wants to get Arnold out of his way.
Well, what an idiot. He spent all of his time pushing him down the back straightaway, not trying to pass him. And he just loses all that time. I think it's over now. I think Arnold's got him.
Yeah, I think Lewis was just trying to ship him off into the corner, give him a little too much speed than he can handle, and try to pass him on the inside. But like you mentioned, I think Lewis forgot the part of he needs to make the pass rather than just rely on Arnold to make a mistake.
Well, that was going on. Aiden Robertson got around Miles Davis again. Now he moves back up into 8th, but Miles Davis is not letting go much at all. He's continuing to put pressure on the back of that 88, looking to the outside here for 8th place.
Yeah, he's trying to get on that rear quarter panel. Can't do it just there. Robertson gets a little bit of an advantage going down the travel. Now he's blinking a little bit. So that's going to be something to monitor as well. A lot of blinking throughout this race. You got Robertson who blinked. Hyder blinked earlier as well. We had a third guy blink earlier today too. I forgot exactly who that was, but some connection issues probably in this race.
I will tell you, especially around the Midwest here tonight, there are a lot of storms in the area. I know I'm going through one right now. I'm actually shocked we haven't had any stream issues, considering how bad it is. Jeremy Lewis is going to go into the wall hard.
Ooh.
Woo! Big time. And also, I heard Lily have to reinsure someone this is the right server. So some people were asking if we were on some other server tonight for some reason. I don't even think that's possible.
Yeah, Lewis with a ton of damage here, guys.
Who asked that, but someone did.
And from 6th to 10th goes Lewis, and Dimitri Mundros makes up another spot as well, along with Robertson and Miles Davis. And that's not something that you can just scuff away here. That is some hard damage on the right side that's going to affect the aerodynamics of that car. That's going to hurt him for probably the rest of the race unless we get a late race yellow. Dimitri Mundros continuing to make slow and steady progress through the field. This is the type of stuff that we were expecting from Chris Lilly tonight. Dimitri Mundros is showing it on display as well as he looks to the inside here on Miles Davis. This is going to be for 8th place.
Showing some pace since the last pit stop when he worked by Lilly. And, you know, has now run down Miles Davis trying to make that pass. But I just want to point out Lewis, I mean, for better or for worse for him, this doesn't matter, and he has nothing to lose because for better, you know, you don't have to worry. But for worse, you know, he could be in a fighting spot for the championship 4 position, but this isn't.
Ooh, contact with the 22 and 33 going to turn 1. Woo! And look at this. Look at the sun starting to set. Cloud cover, especially, I believe, throughout the entire track. Well, it's not throughout the entire track, but especially turns 1 and 2. So I wonder how it's going to change how these guys are going to drive, because there's going to be more grip on that side of the track. Maybe give them a little bit more confidence that they can make some moves happen. But keep an eye on the weather.
Only back out as it goes back behind in a cloud again. So, yeah, half the track covered, half the track not. It's going to cool down this 1 and 2, make it a lot easier for these guys. Not slip and slide.
AJ Hyder has extended his lead to 7 seconds over James Thurston. If we don't get a caution, it's pretty much over. AJ Hyder is continuing to show why he's the best in ASCA. Probably one of the best that we've ever seen throughout his career. And everyone else is just trying to hold on. Cale Hankins still in 3rd. Aiden Walker in 4th. Not much movement within our top 5. Clinton McDonald continue to hold on to it. Ryan Arnold has found some really sudden pace on a guy that's on the oldest tires out of anyone inside the top 15. He's holding station pretty well with Clinton McDonald. Not enough to gain at him or anything of that nature, but enough to hold on to his position. This strategy has really worked out well for Ryan Arnold, and if things continue to go the way they are when we have the second round of green flag pit stops, we can see him gain even more time.
Look at where Van Drugman is running right now, and it is not loaded yet. He's gone. Actually disconnected.
He gone. Yeah, he wrecked himself
he's
coming out of turn 2, and he alt F4. Second time that he's done that. He did that at which track was it? Was it Auto Club? I don't remember. No, we haven't went to Auto Club yet. Darlington. I'm sorry. Thank you. But yeah, no, he not the first time. Here comes Jeremy Lewis trying to hold on, and that's going to be a Revelo looking to the inside, trying to move up into 11th place. Yeah, it's over for Lewis here.
Oh, looks like Robertson. Oh, Robertson gets really squirrely trying to get to the inside of Ryan Arnold. He's going to lose a little bit of time. He's separated now by a couple of car lengths when he was all over the back bumper. That's actually going to allow Dimitri Mundros to get into the mix here.
I'm trying to jinx things. When was the last time an oval went green the whole way through? Because so far, we're on pace for that.
I think that it was... I'm going to be real.
It was sometime last year.
It was last season, Dover, I think.
No, was it Dover?
Yeah, I think so, because it was the race that had like 18 drivers. So
it was the race where I was bored out of my mind. And I started looking at my phone in the middle of it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that race took caution free. I got bored in the middle of it, was running last, and I quit.
Are you going to do that at D2?
No, because I don't think I'll be running last.
You'll run second to last.
Yeah,
well, that's just rude.
Exactly. Now we're talking with you.
Hey, we'll be together again.
We'll be trading paint in the back.
Exactly.
Put on a show.
Hey, you gotta do something. Watch Hyder for some reason drop to D2 because he says D1 is too much of a challenge. He wants something new. Or D1 is in a challenge. He wants something new.
He would not be allowed down there. I'm gonna be for real.
I'd protest it.
I wouldn't let him in. Well, I have to approve the people that race D2. I can tell you right now that he wouldn't be in. I'm also going to tell you that Ryan Arnold has caught Clinton McDonald. We don't see this often. When somebody just short pits as extremely as Ryan Arnold did, it doesn't matter how much you save your tires. The guys that pit later than you are always going to have that advantage. Ryan Arnold is showing that to be very, very wrong, as he has now caught back up to Clinton McDonald, trying to get back up into the top 5.
pace, especially because given that he's been under so many battles, he really hasn't had an opportunity to save his tires. But like you mentioned, he's got a lot of speed in that number 82 car.
So it's the number
I'm
4.
going to say 82 because that's the number we see.
Yeah, well, on the
yeah,
stream,
but we
it's
see
4.
82.
You see 82.
Yeah,
I fixed it.
But we see. Oh.
Yeah,
okay,
you have to restart your training paints. And Dimitri Mundros almost got crashed when Ethan Moses and Owen Chabinski were drifting it through 3 and 4. He gets through it unscathed. Ryan Arnold to the inside on Quentin McDonald for 5th.
Let's see if he gets some clear here on the exit. McDonald's still fighting around that outside. Here comes the 88. Now the back straightaway. Arnold going to give him a lot of room down that back stretch as the 88's going to follow him to the inside. McDonald's going to get passed by 2 cars here. And here comes the 08. I believe it's a lap down.
I believe Moses has come to pit road. Contact! Yeah, watch out for Moses here. Moses is on a fresh set of tires trying to get around the slower traffic. In this case, being the lead lap cars. Ryan Arnold moves up to 5th. Here comes Robertson to his outside for 5th place as McDonald falls to 7th.
Like this line the 08 is going to take right here. 3 wide. He's got to get through quick. He does, thankfully. If he was any closer, I was afraid he was just going to ship it off as we got another car coming into pit road.
Yeah, that's Connor Burke in the 27. McDonald and Robertson very close on the track. McDonald showing his displeasure for getting doored on the previous lap. McDonald now on the bumper of Arnold down to turn 1.
We'll see if he can get to the inside of Arnold here on the exit. He's got a big run off here. Sideways gets the 4 on the exit. I almost called him the 82.
Arnold is protecting the bottom here.
Yeah, I'm shocked.
Might be the only
He's making it work.
Those little tires are
He's pitting.
He's coming on the pit road.
There it is. Strategy call from Ryan Arnold. Again, he was one of the first to pit on the last run. One of the first to pit on this run. It only makes sense. Did a great job saving his stuff. Another guy doing a great job saving his stuff is Dimitri Mundros. On the inside of Aiden Robertson, continuing his slow climb through the field. He gets around the 88 and moves up into 6th place.
The 88 immediately is going to go to the inside. He's going to look for a switchback. He's got the bottom, the 22. He's going to rim ride the top right now as he can be able to get the momentum off of turn number 4. Hyder's on the radio. Probably it's because he's going to come on the pit road soon. But Aiden Robertson able to hold off the 22. Well, as for Hyder, let's see if he's coming on the pit road. And indeed he is. So the leader comes in.
So we got leaders pitting. So this pretty much officially starts that cycle here. No one's got anything from him, so everyone's going to be worrying about the drivers around him. They're just themselves.
And everyone in the top 5 is going to stay out.
Well, I mean, if you have aspirations to win this race, I mean, you just got to do something different from the leader. Hope that you get a caution, trap Hyder a lap down, and that way you can get fresh tires and you got track position. I mean, I don't hate the idea, especially for some of the guys up front, considering that the top 5 is pretty spread out. So, I mean, you lose what, maybe a spot or 2. If you're someone like Thurston, you're in a good position. If you're Walker, you're in a good position. I don't hate the call. I don't hate it. Try something different, see if it works, and if it doesn't, I mean, you're still going to finish with the top 5 spot.
And this battle right here with this big pack of cars, it's going to be real interesting when these guys all choose to pit. Arnold's already in, so Arnold's going to gain a big gap on these guys. This pack will eventually catch him at the end of this race, but we've seen his ability to save tire. That might not end up even mattering if he saves correctly. It's where everyone else chooses to pit that's going to make this real interesting, because at some point during this next run, everyone's going to end up back together. Here's Robertson to the inside on McDonald for 4th place.
Problem on track. Owen Trubinsky going really slow. I believe he blew up.
Fantastic. Owen Trubinsky, ladies and gentlemen. Here comes Aiden Robertson to pit road.
Oh, he almost got to the back of Trubinsky. That would not have been good. And Robertson's blinking again. Oh, boy.
Interesting call here from the 72. Keola Hankins coming to pit road before James Thurston trying to jump him. Remember, there's a 1-point gap in the championship between Thurston. Thurston's now in to respond. McDonald's in. Miles Davis is in. Chris Lilly is in. As they're side by side into the pits, Miles Davis jumps Quinn McDonald into the pit lane. And spinning, Jeremy Lewis coming to pit road. He saves it.
Man.
Now, I have to ask this. Have we ever had an ASCA race go green the entire way?
We've had a few.
What were we just
We
talking
were just
about,
talking
like,
about
10
it.
laps ago?
No, we talk about the longest run, not the whole race.
I'm pretty sure
I said
Dover.
the whole race.
Yeah, Dover was the full race, I'm pretty sure.
No, I don't remember Dover being... I swear there was at least one caution.
You weren't there for Dover. I was watching the broadcast back like a month for some reason.
Yeah, it was me and Jacob.
No, I was there for Dover.
Not
Or
this
are you talking about last year?
Yeah, last season.
Yeah, last season.
Okay, 'cause I know I was here this season for Dover.
Carve tomorrow, ASCA.
Yes, card tomorrow, ASCA, I know. I was there for like half the season, or like 3/4 of the season.
Hyder has such a gap on the rest of the
guys
field. He's approaching the top 10 to put them a lap down.
Oh, how fantastic.
That's... Jesus Christ. We need a yellow.
We need
So
a
here's
we
my
need a
question.
ban. We need a ban, AJ.
So here's my question. If the fuel window is around 40 to 45 laps, these guys pitted before lap 95, which is that 45 lap window. I mean, if I'm Hyder with this massive lead, I'm saving. I'm saving from now until probably the end. He's blinking again. Uh-oh. But
I would save as much as I could. I'd push the clutch in, shut the car off. I'd do as much as I possibly could to save.
13
Yeah.
seconds. 13 seconds is the gap between him and James Thurston. About half the track.
phenomenal. Phenomenal.
11th place is a lap down. McDonald's the last car on the lead lap in 10th place. Can you
Jesus.
believe that?
That is wild.
Has anyone ever lapped the whole field?
I mean, Hyder almost did at Dover. Did he do it at Dover? He might have. He was close to doing it at Dover. I know that.
Let me look it up.
Guys, Hyder's blinking a lot right now.
Uh-oh.
He just blinked like 2 or 3 times in the past lap.
Well, I'm hoping that it's just the storm that's doing that. It shouldn't impact him in hopefully any meaningful way. Yeah,
And,
he's
he's just blinking again. It is bad right now for that 24 car.
Well, we'll see whether that actually affects his ability. How about Connor Ballheis, who is now back up into 5th place, pitting way early compared to everybody else, just trying to do anything he can. At this point, he would make it into the final 4, only being 2 positions behind Keola Hankins. However, over these next 50 laps, he is going to be falling like a rock. He needs to save these tires as much as possible.
Blinked again.
And it
Hyder's
makes-
still blinking.
All right, I know we're talking about his problems, but he lapped up to 3rd place last year at Dover.
Nice. Big battle here for 7th
So right now,
place.
11 are on the lead lap.
Aiden Arevalo, Davis Robertson, all fighting for position. Miles Davis to the outside on Arevalo, with Robertson watching on.
Miles Davis really came to life after that first green flag cycle. He fell back to 15th there in the first run. It was really slow, but now he's worked his way slowly back up to 8th place. Oh, as the Arevalo gets into him a little bit. Roberson watching on, waiting for his chance to make a move. We'll see if he takes it 3 wide. He does in a 1 and 2.
Oh, this is some real dangerous
boys.
racing.
Oh, Davis way up the track, trying to get the runoff. He will. They'll get into each other.
Ooh, I don't think they made contact. I don't
They
know how
did.
they did it, but they somehow didn't make. Didn't look like they did.
It's close. Oh, now going to slide up a little bit again on the exit.
Ooh, hang on to her, boys.
Ah, they didn't hit that time.
Yeah, they're racing real
McDonald's looking
hard.
in the background as well. McDonald's only about a second, maybe not even, like 7/10 back. So this could quickly turn into a 4-car battle.
People are going to get by them both. Now Roberson going to clear.
Ooh, Robertson almost cleared himself on the front pump from the 33. My goodness, Miles Davis is not going to appreciate that.
Well, Miles Davis is going to use him to get by that 09 again. He's going to drive him up the track. The door like he did.
And here comes Clinton McDonald. He's about to turn into a 5-car battle.
And they're catching Ryan Arnold. And look at that. I'm shocked that
Yeah.
Arnold is falling back and Ballheis isn't. That's crazy.
Probably maybe saving tire.
More than likely.
Donald
Here
now
comes-
going to get by a Revelo. A
Dominic
Revelo jumping
John.
a couple spots since that little bit of contact with Miles Davis.
And look at Dimitri Mundros lurking in the background.
I told you guys when
It's about
these
to be a
pit stops.
6-car battle.
I told you guys that's what happened when pit stops came around. This is all about where you're positioned when you come out pit road. You'll eventually either catch them or you'll get caught. And you're seeing about 6 guys all under a blanket right now, tussling outside the top 5.
So, guys, I don't know if this should be worrisome to some of you guys, but Thurston has made up 3 seconds on Hyder. Now, maybe that's because Hyder's saving up his stuff, or it could be because of the blinking. It basically forces Hyder to essentially stop or slow down a little bit. And I wonder, because of the amount of times that Hyder was blinking with those connection issues, could that allow Thurston, if it happens a few more times, to possibly catch up to the 24?
I think he's definitely
Now it's
saving.
under 10 seconds.
It's absolutely saving. I can't imagine that his blinking has anything to do with this. Maybe I'm about to eat my own
it's
words,
possible.
but maybe it's possible. But I feel like Hyder understands right now that he is in such a good position just to chill out, save his stuff. I mean, like, look at him. He's driving so slow around the racetrack right now I mean, even Blackstone right behind him is keeping up with him. That tells me that he is absolutely saving his stuff right now. And why shouldn't he? I mean, he is putting on one of the best performances of his career tonight.
Revelo getting really loose. Revelo got on the radio talking about how short he is on fuel.
And look what's happening here, guys. Connor Ballheis has been caught, and he is being drowned by everybody right now. There goes McDowell. There goes Davis. Here comes Aiden Robertson, and 3 more guys, being Ryan Arnold, Aiden Arevalo, and Chris Lilly are all coming up to him, along with Dimitri Mundros.
This is like a quarter of the field right now, separated by about just a second or 2.
And I hate to say it, but if there is no yellow, what Connor Ballheis is watching right now is his chances at a championship faltering away. With each position he loses, that's 1 point. He has 5 that he's willing to give up between himself and Kayla Hankins. I'm pretty sure at this point, after Mundros gets by him, it's going to be over.
Yeah, Mundros with a lot of speed, going all over the back bumper of that 15. He's going to go to the inside. Ballheis has no choice but to run that outside, try to generate some sort of momentum, but it's just not enough as the 22 is going to clear. But the 15 actually comes in with some speed himself. He's going to be side by side with the 22 going into 3.
I mean, this is championship right here. He needs to fight, but I just don't think he has what he needs. He doesn't. Mundros around the outside, moves up into 8th place. Here comes Chris Lilly for 9th.
Yeah, there's nothing Ballheis can do right now. I mean, just the disadvantage he has being on a controller at a track like this where tire wear and just the fact that, it's so slippery around here. You need that wheel. You need that little input. And unfortunately, Ballheis doesn't have it. But give credit to him. He's been running top 10 pretty much all race long. So despite the disadvantage, I got to tip my hat to him. He has been in that top 10 for pretty much the entire race. He's put himself in position.
And I don't know what happened this run compared to what happened with Ryan Arnold on the last run, but he is falling like a rock right now. He has not been able to save these tires. Either he is saving hard, which I'm not ruling out. Ryan Arnold could definitely be doing that right now, but he has lost all of his track position. He is now outside the top 10 with under 30 laps to go.
I don't know, it just seems like if you're on his strategy, saving's not too smart because they're going to have the tire advantage over you no matter what, so you might as well use them to their full advantage and then just try and hang on at the end like he did last run.
Yeah, there's no way he's saving now with how much he's falling back. I mean, unless he's trying to save so he can make it all the way to the end, that's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, but is that really... I mean, I guess it's worth it if it works, but...
Yeah, if it works.
We don't know his fuel situation because he picked the earliest out of everyone, so he's the shortest out of everyone, so he has to save a lot.
Connor Ballheis is coming in for an extra stop. This is an interesting call. I mean, you might as well.
Yeah, you're losing so much time. I mean, at least try to gain it back. Give yourself a tire advantage, and the fact that, you're going to be good on fuel, and if a caution comes out and he's able to get his lap back, things could be interesting.
Dimitri Mundros putting pressure on Aiden Robertson. This is for 6th place. Right behind him, Miles Davis and Chris Lilly. And some of these guys towards the end of the top 5 are starting to get beaten up here by the end of the top 10.
I heard something going on in this battle here for third between Walker and Hankins. Hankins does not sound like he's happy with the handling of that 72 car.
Yeah, he said it sounded like something just happened to it. And definitely tell. Losing a bit of time here.
I do believe right now, even with the fact that he's 2 positions behind Thurston, with Ballheist now being a lap down, Hankins will be in the championship for these final 3 weeks of action. If everything goes good and we make it to the end of this race green, look at this tussle here for 5th on back. Everybody at the end of the top 10 is looking for a slice of victory here tonight. Clinton McDonald under a ton of pressure here from Aiden Robertson, with Dimitri Mundros watching on.
Come on, guys, coming on pit road. Ryan Arnold hits it.
Huh. That's interesting. I'm wondering, can they make it to the end?
I don't know.
And that's probably
Maybe
why
Hyder,
that's probably why Hyder's been slowing down. As look at this big block, Aiden Robertson, and Dimitri's gonna shove him into turn 3.
Woo!
Way up the track, but that honestly might not hurt him too bad. Actually, he'll hold on to the spot.
Whoa!
Oh, stay back and get
The
away.
38, the 33.
Get the hell out of the way!
He's gonna cause a wreck, but everyone there, Miles Davis.
Boys, we have done 120 laps of action. Please behave.
I don't know how they're still behaving. Is Connor Jafari really that much of a difference?
I think it is, yeah. We need to ban that guy's stat. Chris Lilly to the inside, Miles Davis. This is for 8th place.
Connor Jafari down to D2, confirm.
He's going to get the side draft off of the 33. They're going to be side by side going into turn number 1, Miles Davis, but Lilly just ships it off, and Davis says, "You can have it, sir." And Lilly up into 8th place, excuse me.
Well, Lilly's put on a great drive, but it is definitely not enough. He needs a caution and something to happen here for him to get back into this thing and in Champ 4, talks.
But with how everyone's running, I don't think he's going to get that.
Yeah, he needs a caution and be able to get up to at least pass Hankins.
Well, Lilly just made a big mistake here, guys, and Miles Davis is back by him.
He did. Lilly. He's kind of struggling, but not made up as many spots as he did last run.
Here we go again. Dimitri, Aiden down to turn 3.
Oh, gonna chop him a little off. Not too bad, though. Just cutting off the air to him.
Remember what happened at Loudon within Keola Hankins and Dimitri Mundros. Hankins was pulling the same moves, just blocking, and then we saw that big dive into turn 4 by Keola Hankins, shoving Dimitri up the racetrack. Dimitri tried to repay the favor in the next corner, but completely messed it up. Dimitri has shown in these playoffs that he's more than willing to fit some fenders to make some positions.
Here we go. Dimitri going to go to the outside. He is there. Did not hit the wall. I mean, brushed just a little bit of a love tap, but it is so close between the 22 and the 88. Now, I've been looking at the time. It is definitely slowing down. I mean, Thurston is definitely going to catch Hyder. So my thing is Thurston going to run out?
Well, we'll see here. I mean, Hyder, I don't
think Thurston's saving.
Well, I don't think there's any reason why Hyder shouldn't be able to make it to the end. He had 13 seconds to kill, and he's already killed half of it during this run. If there was any uncertainty of making it to the end, we would continue to see that decrease. It's stabilized. He's still losing time a little bit here, but Hyder is absolutely in saving mode right now, and you can't blame him right now. He has no reason not to.
I'm not worried about Hyder. I'm worried about Thurston. I don't think he's saving.
That's going to be a bit of a concern, especially if Hankins is saving.
Yeah, because if he runs out of gas, he's out of the playoffs heading into next week.
If I'm Thurston,
yeah, you got to be careful.
There's no point in risking it.
Yeah,
because the problem here with Thurston is now he's got about a 7-second lead to Walker, so that's why I just don't understand. Just if you're not saving, and it doesn't even look like he really is. Just just save and like get yourself to the end. Unless he's thinking like, okay, most of the field is a lap down, so it's not like it's
he's 1 point out. He needs to, at the very least, be ahead of Hankins. And if he pits now, he won't be. So either he's banking on Hankins stopping, or he's thinking that it won't matter too much. I think that if you're him, you just have to slow it down. Accept second place and take it home.
Well,
I think he's banking also the fact that Ball Heist is all the way like back in 14.
Yeah, even if he does finish behind, Hankins, Hankins, it doesn't really matter because Ball Heist is so far down.
Well, where will Thurston be when he stops?
Well, it's if he stops.
Well, think about it.
Think about this. Ball Heist is +7 on Thurston.
True.
Yeah, well, let's look at the positions right now. So, Thurston is running second. Ball Heist is running 13th. So, Thurston has made up 11 spots, 11 points in total. So, he's got about 4...
Whoa, the 22! Held on to it, down the back straightaway, almost our first caution of the night.
Let's take a look at that.
I think he tried wrecking, or not
getting
into the 88, and...
Yep, contact with Aiden Robertson, and he almost went for a spin. Look at this save here from Dimitri Mundros.
Wow, that is impressive. Almost our first yell of the night, but he held on to that.
So Ball Heist is 14th, so that's a 12-point diff. That's 12 points. So right now, Thurston should be up by 5 over Ball Heist. So if he pits, he can only afford to drop to at the least 6th or 7th.
Definitely will.
And he's 6 seconds. He's right now less than 7 seconds behind Hyder. And the 6th place man is Aiden Robertson. He's about 20 seconds ahead of him. So, I mean, if Thurston just goes for a quick, like, splash and dash, it's going to be close. It's going to be close. But Thurston, if he's not saving, he's playing a dangerous game.
Yeah, I think that he'll be okay with how Ball Heist is running, but I think you don't have to be taking that risk. Just take the second place. You'll make it to the championship 4. You will fight for a championship again. And it's a full points reset. All right, you get another shot at it. You don't have to worry about New Hampshire. New Hampshire won't affect anything this time. But I mean, we'll see here. We have about 10 laps to go here. We'll see if Thurston can make it to the end and lock himself into the championship 4.
Do playoff points carry over into the championship?
I do think they do, yes.
Or is it just reset to the back?
I do think that they do. Yeah, they do. Coming up on 10 laps to go here in just a lap or two. AJ Hyder putting on one of the most mind-boggling performances that I've seen in his career. And that's saying something, considering he has been kicking so much butt here in this series since Season 2 in his rookie campaign. I mean, what is there to be said about AJ Hyder that can't already be said, guys? I mean, this is definitely one of the best in the business right now.
I mean, I've seen dominant performances from Hyder. This is just something else. Like, I haven't seen anything like this.
Yeah, he's led since the start of the race. I mean, no one's challenged him for it. He's pretty much led it all day other than pit cycles. He's lapped up to 10th place. This might be his best race ever.
I would say Dover, probably.
38 at the wall, right in front of the 15 car. Big problems on that 38, and big problems and a huge setback for Ball Heist. But no yellow.
Let's take a look at that real quick and see what happened right there while we were talking about him. Yeah, that was Wayne Kennedy that they had caught. Ball Heist have been ripping the fence, and yeah, Wayne just made a mistake over there. Overdrove the corner. Nowhere for the 15 to go. Just a small tap there for him, but that held everybody up there, especially Clinton McDonald and Aiden Robertson.
I mean, Thurston, I don't think he's going to get to him, but, like, I mean, he's catching him. He's now under 7 seconds. 32.25 for Thurston that last time. Well, they're about to finish this lap.
Problems for Marshall on the back straightaway, but he'll hold on to it.
My goodness, you guys are teasing cautions right now. They're just teasing him at this point. They're just messing.
I mean, at this point, what else is there? I'm trying to tease the fact that Thurston can catch Hyder, which is probably not going to happen, but...
Got a big battle here going on between these 4 cars, McDonald, Roberson, or Revelo, and Bolheis in the mix, but he's a lap down.
And also, take a look what's happening with Bolheis. That's how awful his tire deck is. He is already losing time to the guys that are on double the wear that he has. So that's just how awful it's been here tonight on controller. Now, Revelo did stop, so that's how he's able to go around these guys. As there goes the 15 into the fence. More damage there for Connor Bolheis. He's losing time now. He's lost a spot there to Ethan Moses.
One of those fortunate way to go out in the championship.
Yeah, he was talking about how he really wanted an interview. He really wanted an interview with me. He was telling me all week, hey, I can't wait. I'm going to finish top 3. I'm going to have an interview with you. And this has just not been the night. And especially considering he had 2 very solid runs at Watkins Glen and New Hampshire. For it to end up like this is definitely going to be tough to swallow.
Ethan Moses wants this 5th spot from Clinton McDonald, going all the way down to the apron to get it, ships it off into turn 1. Robertson almost gets into the back of the 17. So much going on in these last 5 laps.
Arevalo.
These guys just can't get away from each other.
In the wall is Connor Bolheis continuing to flounder. Arevalo is a lap car, gets around McDonald and Aiden Robertson. We've been watching for this entire run. Robertson and McDonald saying nose to rear. And now we're about to see some fenders come to light.
Bolheis is wrecking loose on these exits here.
McDonald continues to block.
Sideways on the exit 4. Still sideways. I'd keep an eye on him. We might get a caution out of him. With 5 to go. There's a caution.
Imagine that. Imagine like the entire race is green and then we just get a caution with like 2 to go.
That would be funny.
What if we get a Charlotte Roval Xfinity from last year?
That'd be very funny.
He's really about to cross the line for the white flag and there's a caution like 2 inches before.
I wouldn't put it past them.
Arnold trying to wall ride, turn 2. Gotta love it.
Fantastic.
I think Clinton McDonald's going to be able to hold off Robertson at this point. But we'll see here as we're coming up here on 3 laps to go here for Clinton McDonald and Robertson. Hyder's coming around to 2 to go this time by.
I think Thurston might make it 2. He's still catching Hyder, but I mean, he's not going to get him at this point. So if I'm Thurston, I'm like, all right, let me save whatever I can to ensure that I can make it, which I think he'll be able to now.
Robertson's closing up here on Clinton McDonald. As these guys come to 2 to go, Hyder's going to be coming around here to the white flag this time by. What a statement it would be for Aiden Robertson after 2 suspensions to come home with a top 5 finish. He's got to get around Clinton to do so.
What about Hyder? I don't even know what to call his performance.
Oh, he's shaking on the back straight away.
Yeah, he's just teasing.
Oh. Yeah, he's trolling. He's trolling. What a night for him.
And what could be called one of the most dominant performances in the iRacing era. AJ Hyder, win number 9 on the season. Here at the Cutline 210, we go back to the action between McDonald and Robertson. One last shot for Aiden down the back straightaway.
He's not
Robertson's too far back, yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately.
You might as well. And on a decent note.
And with that, that is one of the best races we've had all season. All 140 laps under green. A great run by all. Thank you, everyone, here today for just an incredible race.
Can you believe it? ASCA had a flag-to-flag race at a mile and a half.
I can't believe it. This is historic.
The first time ASCA's ever had a race go green longer than a modern cup race. Because we don't have stages.
Everyone's going to
This
give
is
their
historic.
Congratulations, and we'll hopefully have our Final Four. I know Chris is going to do some quick math here as he's going to come congratulate AJ Hyder on a 9th win on the season. One more to tie the record with Diego Roldan. Then another to break the record for most wins in a season. Let's take a look here at our finishing results here. After 140 laps of action, what a night to be had. As AJ Hyder wins the Cutline 210 over James Thurston, followed by Aiden Walker, Keola Hankins, Quentin McDonald, the entire top 5 being playoff drivers. Then Aiden Robertson, Miles Davis, Chris Lilly, Dimitri Mudros, and Jeremy Lewis, rounding out the top 10. Moving on to the rest of the field here. It'll be, if it wants to work, please. Pretty please? There we go. Thank you. How about Marcus Vanderlee? I don't know. We did not talk about him all night. He finishes 11th with Nico Savidio in 12th, Aiden Arevalo 13th, Ryan Arnold 14th. A awful night for Connor Ballheis in 15th. An even worse night for Jason Marshall in 16th. Daniel Botting 17th, Chris Bowes in 18th, Ethan Moses 19th, and Connor Berkey rounding out the top 20. Going through the rest of the field, Michael Steinbach, 21st, Wayne A. Kennedy, 22nd, Aiden Smith, 23rd, and Owen Chabinsky, 24th. Then it's Oscar Enriquez, Landon Warren, Van Drugman, David Brunson, and Jacob Mitchell, rounding out the field in the 140-lap event. Well, that was a night to be had, and with that being said, let's head on over here to Santa's Workshop here for our post-race coverage. We can speak to the top 3, and AJ Hyder comes out of hiding for the first time in 2 weeks, a 9th win on the season. Hyder, you have 3 races to go, 1 more to tie the record. Can you do it?
First off, I just want to say how you guys doing.
I'm doing well, brother. We are doing good over
Fantastic.
here. Hey, flag to flag race in ASCA? What?
Yeah, I would not. Maybe it's because I took my 2 weeks off. There you go. We get a caution-free race for the first time ever. But I'm gonna say that was so fucking fun. Oh my god! Like it's really been such a long time since I've had fun doing one of these races, and the setup was perfect. The situation just seemed to be perfect, and like that entire last run, I was pretty much half throttle. I don't know if you guys are seeing that, but yeah, it was super close with the fuel. We ran out across the line, but I'm super stoked about it. If we don't fumble this, I think we have a real shot at the title here.
And when it comes to the race today, I mean, you were just in control from flag to flag. No one could touch you. How does it feel? How does it feel to have that kind of momentum going into the final round, knowing that no one, at least from today, could touch you?
I mean, the only problem is that there's only 1.5 miles left, and that's Homestead. We got Martinsville coming up, and I wouldn't really say that's my strongest track, but we got to get to work. And I think if things go our way, I think, again, we got a real shot at this.
AJ Hyder, winner at Kansas, 9th win of the season, going in as the top seed in the Final Four. Let's talk to second place finisher James Thurston. James, you pretty much had the perfect race as long as AJ Hyder wasn't in it. How was it like out there at the night?
It's probably the happiest second place I've ever gotten, because I just wanted to finish the race in but before I speak, I made it into the Final Four, right?
Well, we're waiting on Chris right now. Chris is getting the math right. I am going to assume that you made it in because Connor Ballheis had a really bad race. So I would assume that your Final Four, just waiting on the results, but Chris?
Oh, here we go. Chris is here.
I don't have them yet.
Oh my god. This guy
hold on.
This
Everyone,
guy, all right.
Give him the room. Give him the room. Shut up. Give him the room.
Levi, shut up!
It's not.
No.
Hold on. It's not like showing up as a fucking race. Give me a second.
See, we're very pro.
Okay. Suspense. Okay. Whisper. Everybody whisper. Fine. Okay. Connor Ballheis really had a like. He kind of shit the bed. Not gonna lie. That's got ASMR. So start tapping. Fine.
Why are we
But
whispering?
I don't know. Chris, how long is this gonna take?
I got him.
You got him.
I got him.
Shut up, Brandon, shut up.
I feel like I'm talking while running out of breath.
AJ Hyder, if that had any doubt.
No.
Aiden Walker, James Thurston, and by 7 points over Connor Ballheis, it's Kayla Hankins.
Huck to all right. So
Let's go, baby.
Yeah.
James
We're in the Final
Thurston.
Four.
James Thurston has to feel a fight for a championship for a second season.
You have to answer. You have to answer. Answer as a whisper.
Okay.
It feels incredible, man. I mean, it feels incredible, man. Yeah, I can't even believe it. I saw the races.
Okay, this is a bad
I can
bit.
speak in regular volume so everyone.
Yeah.
All right. Well, anyways, I had a lot going on that race, so to only finish 4.5 back from him after everything, I'm not too upset. I had a team meeting for another league halfway in the race during the green flag run, and anyways, yeah, very happy to get second. Very happy to go ahead and fight for this championship, and I really hope we can be more competitive than we have been to AJ here these last few races, because I really feel like we can do it.
And when it comes to these next couple of races here, we have, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, it's Martinsville Auto Club and Homestead, right? Am I correct on that? Pretty sure those last three races.
You're right.
When it comes to those final three tracks, last time you were at Auto Club, you won. Last time you were at Martinsville, you won. We don't talk about Homestead, but when it comes to your previous records here, you have a pretty good resume. Do you think you have what it takes, to fight for a championship against AJ Hyder?
Hey, I think Martinsville's going to be the decider. I really do. I think if you can't make it out of Martinsville without getting taken out, you're probably not going to win the championship. After that track, I think the last two fit me pretty well. So if we can just go ahead and just nail home all three, I really feel like this could be ours.
All right, and that's James Thurston's second place finish. He'll be fighting for a championship starting next week. Let's talk to our third place finisher, Aiden Walker. Aiden, same thing that we always talk about with you. A very quiet, very consistent race, finishing third, and you are now going to be fighting for your first ASCA championship in your rookie season. How does it feel to get to this point?
Do we have to still whisper?
No, you don't know. No, you can talk. No.
You said to be.
No,
Please
don't
say
listen.
this very
Don't
have to whisper.
You don't have to whisper.
Yeah.
Yeah, Aiden, please whisper. Like, please.
No, don't listen to him.
Yell as loud as you can.
I can't really yell exactly, but yeah, it really not the only thing I was needing to do tonight was just finish good, which I think I accomplished at least. So, heading into the championship 4, I feel like most of the tracks in it are pretty strong for me. Besides Auto Club, Auto Club's a bit of a weird track for me, but I think overall pretty good shot to keep this top 3 run going, because I've finished top 3 in every race so far in the playoffs. So hopefully we can keep this up. And
Levi, don't whisper.
Why can't I whisper?
No, just speak loud.
Why are we whispering?
Because you are
Chris, why are you yelling in the library? I can't believe you. Santa's trying to read his book. I can't believe you.
Yes,
Oh,
bro. He's reading off the naughty and nice.
You know what? Chris? You get a timeout. You're getting a timeout because of that, Chris.
Yeah, Chris. Yeah. Go sit.
Chris, you get out of here. I don't like you anymore. You get out of here. You get out of here. Don, I don't even know why you're here. You get out of here. All of you, out. Get out.
What is happening?
You do not have the power here.
Oh, I do have the power.
Yeah,
I have the power of the people.
We were
People
talking about this.
There are 23 people listening to this right now.
Yeah, the Daily Downforce thinks we're absolute professionals.
We are absolute professionals.
We'll be the next day Cutline hosts or guests.
Yeah, I'm gonna be on a guest on the cut line. Anyway,
I'm
Hey,
not-
Levi, I
I'm
still
not-
own you at K1. You're You need to get faster at K1.
Oh my God! Shut up.
Stop finishing in 8th place.
all right, that's
No,
enough. That's enough. That's enough. Because we do have one more person to talk to. Kaola Hankins came into tonight's race 1 point to the good. And with Connor Ballheis having all the problems that he had tonight, he basically got in by default. Kaola Hankins going from missing the playoffs last season to fighting for a championship this season. How do you feel about the progress that you've made season over season? No, no, no! No! You don't have to whisper!
Alright. No, honestly, I feel pretty blessed. I barely had any practice time at Kansas just because I registered with the wrong car. That's why you saw me run the Andes frozen custard car instead of the SpongeBob one I usually run. And it wouldn't let me register with the Camaro. But I only had like 2 actual laps of practice before putting it in qualifying. And I had no idea what to expect. Usually, like, Kansas is a high side dominant track. So I thought it was going to be one of those races. And I suck at high side dominant tracks. But luckily, it was loose and it was a bottom feeder. So.
Okay,
I'd love to see it.
And I literally have a question now after that, and I literally want to ask you if you could take your momentum into the next round and win a championship, literally.
I understood like half of the words you just
What?
said.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're
English, please.
you could take your momentum to the next round and win the championship.
Oh, that's gonna be a tough ask. I mean, I love Auto Club, I love Homestead, and I like Martinsville when it's not the Xfinity car. But we'll just have to see.
Yeah,
I think-
everybody's evened out. There's no advantage here. You never know.
Yeah, like with Martinsville, you just never know what's gonna happen, and that's definitely. I think I don't know who said it, but that's probably gonna be the one that decides the championship more so than the others.
Thurston said that.
Thurston, yeah. So no, but we'll just have to keep doing the best we can and see what happens. Like never say never, right? I'm sure I'm here for a reason. So.
All right. Well, with that, that is going to be your 4 drivers fighting for a championship starting next week. 3 weeks of action, 3 racetracks, all different in skill. 4 incredible drivers are going to be fighting it out here over these next 3 weeks. And guys, this might be a silly question to ask, but I must ask. Which one out of these 4 is going to win this title? Early predictions? Who could possibly win this championship?
I'm thinking deep and hard about this one. And I'm going to reach in my bag and bring you guys an underdog here. And say AJ Hyder wins.
No.
Debate me all you want.
I will
No,
debate
it's
you.
not gonna
I will debate you on that because here's what I'm going to tell you right now. I see the vision. All right. I've looked into the future.
You see the vision.
I do.
You looked into the future.
And it's
Okay.
so easy for Hyder to get his car destroyed
So easy.
in the next 3 races. Just like how we saw at New Hampshire. Do you want to? I think that Aiden Walker is going to win an ASCA Cup Series championship this season. He has been the most consistent. He has been the most consistent throughout these playoffs. And I think it's going to end up meaning something.
I'm not going to allow that.
You
I'm
see,
not going to allow that to happen because next time I go to K1, I'm going to get in a fist fight with him.
Now, why
And
would you
hurt
do that?
And he won't
That's not
give away.
okay.
So my pick wins.
You don't have to do that. That's not nice.
Do I have
So-
permission, do I have permission to take out your kneecap
Oh, really?
next time we see each other, Aiden? So you don't
Wow.
win.
Aiden Walker, everybody. Aiden Walker is apparently going to get hurt. Didn't know that. But anyway,
Watch out.
Armani, Armani, let me ask you this. Who do you think is
ask me,
going to win?
Gavin, ask
Who do you think is going to win this championship?
So I see your vision with Aiden Walker winning the title. However, just because I see the vision, that doesn't mean that it's delusional or not. I will say these final 3 tracks set up pretty well for Thurston. Martinsville, he won last year. He won Auto Club last year, and Homestead he should run top 5. The thing is, It's the points reset. It's the fact that Hyder has such an advantage. I don't know if that's going to be enough for Thurston, because he can win all 3 of these races, but if Hyder's finishing second, then does it really matter?
Mm-mm.
So I think Thurston...
Oh, Armani, I hate
No,
to
interrupt
interrupt you there, but
What?
there's no points advantage.
Oh,
These
really?
four are reset
What?
4,000.
Oh, damn, I didn't know that.
It is a dead heat.
Why?
3 races.
Why?
Because we like excitement.
Well,
Each one of these drivers head to the next 3 races with the same opportunity to compete for the championship.
okay.
There is
you
no
know what?
advantage.
Aiden Walker
AJ Hyder's advantage has been erased.
wins. Aiden Walker wins.
You know what? Give me James Thurston. I
All
like
right.
the set of tracks for him. I think he can win the next 2, and if he just has a good run at Homestead, I think he could get it.
Well, you guys heard it here first. Levi picks AJ, I pick Aiden Walker, and Armani's going to go with James Thurston. And as Chris just said, it's a full points reset. We are now even going into the final 3 races. With that, we are going to be signing off for tonight. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you guys next week for the first of 3 races to decide the championship. Good night, everybody.